And that was the third time I got crabs. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20 on patreon.com/onceuponad20. Such things have actually made it so that I have those who have watched once or twice before. See, my background's changed a little bit. It's shifted because I've got new stuff, and I can do more stuff with the space that I have because of y'all. So, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So, when last we left off, our group found themselves recovering and planning in Grimgaleer after having a little bit of a tiff with a bunch of creatures, not the least of which got seen for a brief moment by the familiar of Eredrin, Mind Flayer floating around in the background, retrieving a stone that was embedded in the rock down here. It found what it came for, and it left. But not before the group had gone into this mine and very nearly gotten to it, and very nearly killed its lieutenant, something that somebody identified last week as a slod.
Yeah, I believe that was Slayer's keen
the
intellect.
Oh, yeah.
This happens from time to time. Wouldn't think it, but that big man's got some smarts in between his big, burly, thick ears.
His ears.
Something nobody's ever said about ears before, but.
Like, have you seen the abs on Slayer's ears? Like,
Yeah, man. Crazy.
But
his earlobe is just like rippled. Like,
but
Yeah, isn't that called cauliflower ear? It's from boxing, right?
yes,
Wrestling.
Yowza. All right.
Which actually makes sense for Goliath. So
Indeed. Anyways, the group got their pay. Some paid for their goggles. Others didn't. Also acquired.
Talking about
Goggles. Indeed. But upon leaving, got a drink at the 12 Books Tavern, and had a bit of a wind down, a little bit of healing per a beverage they refer to as the Rejuvenator, and kind of started to decide what to do with themselves, particularly the next morning. Though Shade having had what some would call the most interaction with this slod that was found, visited him in his dreams, and was exceedingly threatening in his tone and in his actions, because when dismissed as just something, just something that could be sloughed off, Slod returned to his dream very quickly, and ensured that it became a nightmare, and it actively harmed and prevented the acquiring of a long rest.
Yeah, it was great.
bless your soul.
I just wasn't having any of his shit.
Indeed. No, that's fair.
Paid for it.
But getting around to this morning, and the group is assembled. Sandshade, who is attempting to at least sleep off a little bit more. But while we're planning.
Yeah. What was the plan again? We did a little talking last time.
Yeah, if I remember, Alec or Knock, whichever form he was portraying at the time, informed you guys on like the whole shenaniganery that went down with me because I informed him.
Yeah.
I don't think we had like a particular. I don't think we chose a particular course of action. I think we were just exploring potential avenues of what's out here.
Yeah. I'm trusting y'all's guts on this one because reasons. Those reasons. We're going to say story-wise, Eredrin just got blasted at the tavern just to cope with the being in the cave.
Yeah.
So
Just having to deal.
he doesn't remember the planning last night.
We planned in the morning.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
no,
the next morning.
Oh.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't remember still, so that's his
Same problem.
That's his-
Same problem. It's fine.
He got blasted the night before, and he's dealing with it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do next? What's our
Is it bad that I literally don't remember talked about?
It was at the very end of the session. You may have had to step out or something just before it.
I don't know.
I
I
think
would
Even
think-
if you
I thought we were just laying out options though last time. It was
Yeah.
like we could go here, we could go there, we could go there. So I mean we all know that we could follow more leads to the mind flayers. That's a thing. We still have the stuff to deal with as far as the give Zerai. So I mean we have things.
Which are like both like isn't the thing with the Githzerai, isn't it like deep underground as well? Yeah, so like it's like potentially a two birds, one stone scenario.
And also exactly the last place Akira wants to go.
Or Eredrin.
Akira just thinks it's gross.
But we did also like
Eredrin has a legit phobia, a legit trauma, and that's
right. Didn't we like get the whole like earring thing for you for the purpose of we lost Eredrin.
oh no,
There they are. For like the explicit purpose of being able to confront
Yeah,
those dudes.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And Akira's not against doing it. It's just they just think it's they just
Yeah.
the underground. Eredrin has the trauma. Akira will definitely go back down there. So
Right. And then just also like the dealing with that entire situation is kind of traumatic. Okay.
There's
Well,
also the option to go back to Hoppaduke and to check on that seamstress, since we lost a pseudo dragon, and we could see if that job maybe.
yeah, we could return that stuff too.
yeah,
Yeah.
did I hear Space Invaders?
Honestly, I think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to reconnect with her and make sure that she's okay and that the pseudo dragon's okay, and at least be able to tell her the story. But on the other hand, Luke also does not want to go to Hopperduke.
Well, we're wanted in both places that we're known to have been now. So
Well, no, I don't think we're wanted in Grimgalier.
not by the authorities, but by people.
Wasn't it nice to feel wanted by people?
I like feeling more.
it has to be.
But see, and I'll be completely transparent here. I would also love to go to Hopperduke to get mithril because I want some mithril. But
We do have another 2 stones in Hopperduke, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely more than one reason to go there.
And that could get us.
Who knows?
like,
We
off
might
the
run into
continent
another
for a little
hag
while.
that was part of a different coven and get a whole new vendetta.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could cut right
Yeah,
through the
that's-
forest this time. We don't have to worry about them. We killed all 3 of them, right?
We could
That's-
stop. We could also stop at the Shrine of Court again. I don't think
The
anyone
Sothar's not
would
dead,
mind
though.
doing that.
Or the one whose name I definitely don't remember is not
Ooh.
dead as far as we know.
We might
No,
be able
but
to
they're
turn quite a bit
taken
of
care
profit off of if we run into some bullets, we might be able to turn quite a bit of profit off of their hides.
Yeah, good.
That
That's
would be
also
a
true.
pretty good option
Eh,
for fun.
Not that I'm hoping to run into bullets. I'm just saying that
If
That
we
thing
do.
about cold.
if
The
we
thing about
did,
cold actually reminds me.
Yes?
I'll be right back. I gotta go take care of something. And Doomerin will get up and walk out.
Hmm.
do you need a hand?
Oh, I've got it. It's fine. It's kind of personal.
All right. Okay.
Jeremy, while we're having this plan, can I be making my version 4 of my familiar?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I'll take that silver off.
Burn in the silvers.
And Doomerin will, he'll go up to that place he sort of started making up on the cliffs of overlooking Grim Golaith.
Okay. Climbing up there. I mean, I'm not gonna have you do checks for that. It is a nice day.
Yeah, he's climbing up to that spot he was at before with Brandor. And when he gets to that little altar he made there, firstly checking that it's still there.
It is still there. It is unbothered as of current.
Okay. And he's just gonna say a little prayer, and sort of, let's see. Hold on, I think I meant to prepare maybe different spells.
Well, it is the morning for which
so-
those of you who can prepare certain spells can.
Yay.
Right.
Oh, I have full Super Saiyan mode back now.
Oh snap!
Indeed. Yeah. By the way, reminder: those of you who got your long rest, get your long rest.
I didn't.
Did I hit that button? I did hit that button. Okay.
If you're missing hit points, though, Teddy,
Must be nice.
you can use the short rest mechanic, and you can burn hit dice to get back HP if you need.
Okay.
Was Teddy not there when we did? No, Teddy wasn't there when we did the Songs of Rest.
I was there for those. I healed
Oh,
up beforehand,
yeah.
but I took damage in my dream, so I woke up with
Ah,
less
damn.
HP. Yeah.
Technically, isn't all of Shade's rest a short rest?
But
But so anyway, Doomer's gonna say his short prayer and try to just expand the spell slot to try to bless this
Hey.
place again.
I didn't know I had access to this.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yes, we do have those now.
I feel like I
Soundboard
shouldn't have
stuff.
access to that.
Wow.
No,
Why
it's
did you
just
give me
it's
access to
something.
that, RJ?
It's something that Discord just has now.
Oh no, you have to
does?
enable access to that. I have it. I'm excited.
Oh.
I did not actively enable that, but you know.
Oh, then my
Yeah,
apologies.
no,
I
I
will
have
literally
access
never
to that
touch it
too,
again without
apparently.
permission.
Be kind. That my only encouragement there is be kind.
Oh no, that was a good moment for it, but I feel like it's not something we shouldn't be interrupting the stream. Let's just
It's okay.
keep rolling.
I'm with it. So,
Yeah.
We do that enough with derailments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many of those now
we're
that people
adults,
have
we
put
know how to-
things to them.
Doomerin, which spell are you throwing down? Okay, you're throwing down
Bless.
bless.
Yeah, just trying to bless this place again because obviously he doesn't have hallowed. He can't make this place hallowed ground.
Well, you do have access to ceremony.
I
You're
do.
wanting to-
I don't.
You're wanting to,
Wait a minute, you
Would
gonna
that-
marry somebody?
Well, no, but I did perform a coming of age ceremony, or no, it was dedication ceremony for Kira.
Akira.
I can do a number of ceremonies.
And if you want the components, like you can ask me for the silver.
And it's just the kind of it's the idea of kind of in the same way Bestow Curse has recommended applications, but has a wider range of things. I kind of treat ceremony in the same way.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then, I mean, honestly, no. I probably wouldn't have mentioned anything about the silver because I think I have silver. Yeah, I do have silver of my own, but not enough of it. So never mind. I would have mentioned that.
Okay. How much do you need?
Oh, I mean, maybe I could just buy a portion of it off you, so I just have it. It's for this special prayer that I do.
Sure. Yeah.
He's trying to summon Cthulhu.
Maybe like 2 golds worth.
Just 2 gold.
Yeah, this should be fine for now. If I need more, I mean, I know where to find you.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't owe me
25. It is 25 gold worth it.
Oh, I thought it was. I was reading that wrong. Sorry. Yeah. So then, yeah, 25 gold worth for now.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, you can definitely pay me for that.
25 gold.
You gotta appreciate everyone's like reaction is like just 2 gold, and like whereas there's commoners in this world that don't make 2 gold in 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it's not that expensive to live.
And we worked hard and risked our lives for this money.
Yeah.
No, I'm just laughing at the fact that Ericson's like just 2 gold. Okay.
So here's your 25 silver ingots. Merry Christmas, I guess.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll just powder it.
Merry Birthmas. Hey, we got a new follower.
Here's
got a new follower. Hey, welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, new follower. Thank you. Welcome.
You blind Chris.
And I'll hand over silver as well, or like sandpaper to powder it, like some kind of grinding material.
Yeah, I was just gonna use a couple of rocks in a bowl, I think.
Mortar and pestle.
It's just a really barbaric variant.
He's really used to like roughing it, you can tell.
Yes, but silver has a metal being very malleable. You won't really get a powder, you'll just kind of flatten it. So if you take this, it'll give you more the desired results.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
So
I mean, I was gonna rub it with a rock, but yeah.
Doing your powdering.
Only Goliath would try to rub it with a rock.
So I barely kept myself together for that one. Oh, so
it was a pretty deadpan delivery.
It was pretty rough. That was 100 grit sandpaper. So
the temptation for that soundboard. Anyway.
Indeed. So with that, you're actually applying gold piece value into this. You are applying magic into this.
Yes.
You are just trying to dedicate the site?
Yeah, I guess that would be what I am doing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to dedicate this place to Cord, since it seems to Doomerin, at least, as though Grimgaleer is kind of these guys' like home base, like where we come back to most often. So it would be convenient for him to have a place for Cord much closer than the like day and a half walk to the other one.
Indeed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So with that, go ahead and make a religion check with advantage. Okay.
So 17 on the die, so 16.
So, as you're taking that hour to grind down the silver and kind of spread it across this altar that you've made in very particular designs, as it kind of spreads across, and the
saying
magic
my prayer in Celestial too, by the way.
saying is calling in Celestial as you do. The or some very light clouds around, just a mountainside, partly cloudy day. Yeah. But a few of them above start to kind of coalesce and come together. And
right now?
about halfway through your ceremony.
Over me?
Not Pigpen like single cloud over single you, but the area starts to.
Sorry, I was continuing the.
Yeah, I know now.
Yeah.
We can get through this, guys.
We're a bunch of cats today. We got to get it together.
That's all right. It's all right. Haven't had my caffeine today, so obviously
only one of us is allowed to be a cat, and that is Shade.
Indeed. So the clouds start to coalesce and expand a bit, and it starts to rain about halfway through. It's this very light, gentle rain, and as you continue, continues, and it gets stronger. And as you're completing your ritual, completing your plea, the altar itself has a lightning bolt that comes down, or it comes down most of the way, and then it extends up. You actually see it, kind of in this moment of clarity, the slow motion of lightning bolt coming down and then rising from your altar to meet the bolt coming down. You are very, very close to it.
Yes.
So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
All right.
Yes, you smell ozone.
You smell toast.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
I mean, he might be smelling toast after this.
Nope, no DM inspiration. Bummer. All right.
Yep. Okay.
Cheers.
To be fair, you were trying to dodge lightning, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Don't you roll with advantage though?
It was with advantage. The lower one was a natural one.
I see now.
I avoided the natural one.
You did avoid the natural one.
Wasn't much better.
Look, if you're gonna fail something like this, at least just rest assured that you did it to yourself.
Fail spectacularly.
Yeah.
Like it's not like an enemy that's trying to kill you. This is just like a byproduct of your deity. You should be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna still probably Stone's Endurance it, maybe.
Well, go ahead and
feel that side of your body, but that's fine.
And go ahead and throw that Stone's Endurance. That's entirely within your purview.
Yeah, let me just find that again real quick.
Gotta use Stoned Endurance.
Stoned Endurance, it's fine.
It turns out that Cord is just a really klutzy god. It's like, I am so sorry, I did not mean to do it that close.
My bad.
Right, so altogether, you only take 16 points of lightning damage.
It's okay.
After the Stone's Endurance.
It's not a lot for Slayer, I can tell you that.
But
feeling proud of 65 out of 81, so
it would have been 27 otherwise.
As you feel that, there is this brief moment where your brain you see a vision as this lightning surges through you, where you leave your body for a moment, and
I imagine
and kind of fly up and get this wide view of not only the Dunrock Mountains where you are, but you start pulling west along almost the trail that leads to Hupperduke. But your view kind of keeps going, and you fly over and north of Hupperduke.
Yeah.
And further along the Silverquill Ridge mountain line. And as you get to around, let's see here, where the button. Give me the button. There it is. As you reach about here between the mountains.
Okay.
Where those three mountains meet, you see a burrow hole in the ground, but you don't approach exactly the hole, but you see this cavern entrance, and your view passes through the stone itself, and into place where you see a large kind of bog green dragon.
Ooh.
Around its neck is a what for it looks like just a choker.
Yeah.
But you recognize it as a belt. And you recognize a symbol of cord that is on it.
Oh.
On the buckle part of it. And it is large. The symbol is large. Even if it were on you, it would be pretty big.
Yeah.
It has two eyes glowing the color of lightning, the blue-white of lightning.
Ooh. Okay.
And
It's badass.
Yeah.
you get brought back to your vision.
Okay.
And as you look
on my
down,
back, charred with lightning.
yeah, a little charred, but as you kind of sit up and have you have these char marks of lightning across your body. Sit up and look, and the stones you piled up to make this altar look like they've kind of melted and fused together.
Ooh.
And you see kind of charred into the top a much more mundane looking version of that face, the face that looks like that of a giant, beard, eyes, very intense eyes, crown, a crown that is basically a helmet with studs all around the front end of it.
Right. Excellent. Well, it was something. Kind of looks up. He's like, loud and clear.
Mhm.
Got you.
There's a few extra little flashes of lightning among the clouds above you as they start to break apart a little bit.
Excellent. Right. Well,
the rest of you,
yeah, I'm up there for like an hour. So
while he's off doing the thing. The rest of you have any preparations y'all are wanting to do? Heard, chef.
I have a question, not necessarily a preparation, but a question.
Yes.
So are we in the apartment? Is kind of my first part of this question.
Well, the hotel room. Yeah.
Oh, so we went to a hotel. Okay, never mind. I guess.
Yeah. No, we're in you guys are in a hotel because the apartment was compromised. I remember that.
Yeah, we stayed at an inn.
Okay.
Stayed at an inn. Akira would probably just train more. Like while waiting, they would just stay limber and.
Sure, yoga.
Yeah, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi.
All the good shit.
It's actually a good idea.
Luke is just gonna join Akira in that.
Yeah, well, I actually was gonna say I'm gonna join too because Akira kind of gave me some lip this morning about missing training, and I'm sitting there going like, I was recovering from dying twice.
It's all good. Even better, more people to
brain
help teach
deadness.
me.
But training is part of recovery.
I'll actually join in with beforehand asking if I can borrow Alex kunai again to work with that some more.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm actually I haven't like trained a whole lot with my staff since I got the kunai, so I'm probably gonna focus more on that anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Luca.
I would say that after training, we're just kind of I'm just practicing on whatever. We're at are we at the Silverfish now? Is that like, are we at the forge? Like,
this is all at the end. This is all at the end.
At the end, okay. I know that because I knew that he had some stuff out there at the. I knew that Shimmerfish.
You'll want to,
Silverfish.
yeah,
I always get
Silverfish.
Where did that come from?
If y'all want to head to the Shimmerfist,
wasn't his store called the Silverfisher?
Silverfisher, yes.
Yeah. So it's not like we're all getting mixed up. Yeah, I was gonna say, Bearded, you're on track.
It was just Fishers, but then he made friends.
Yeah, we can go there. Yeah, we should. Yeah, you know what? We should go there. We should go there
before we start throwing knives away.
Because I knew that he had some training like dummies and stuff like that because I've used them, to practice. But yeah, when we go over there and do stuff and start, practicing, I would at some point approach Akira to possibly just spar a little bit just to get some practice in of with each other, specifically, not just practicing your techniques and everything, but more of, hey, let's do an active combat. So I mean that's what I would say.
Okay. Yeah, Akira will readily agree.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need a punching bag, there is another person training in combat at the moment. So.
If we just use Erigen's Echo as a punching bag.
Right. If you just punching him from different timelines, just over and over again, it's fine.
Yeah. As long as it's not Erigen Prime, we don't care. Fuck those timelines.
Indeed. It starts recycling. Some of them start coming back with bruises. Anyways.
Yeah.
So.
What keeps happening?
So.
We're on the same side. Damn it!
Stop summoning me.
It goes all the way around to you actually start showing bruising. No, so
It's like, wait, how am I in the same timeline? Wait,
too close.
Eric popped up one time real quick. Just
you actually teleported. Yeah, you teleport into the anyways, sorry, Echo Knights are too powerful. So
I love
that time we brought the GM into the rabbit hole with us.
Exactly.
Fell in and we're like, come on, Jeremy.
We didn't bring him in. We shoved him in that one.
Akira and Alec, go ahead and make Athletics or acrobatics checks, your choice. As to, y'all are actively
definitely give you acrobatics.
Actively throwing with each other, and instead of just running out the combat itself. Ooh, that's spicy.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So with this little sparring tiff between the both of you, Nock does end up on his feet over Akira, with a staff resting on your chest.
I will, and then with that being the case, I'll pull it away, extend my arm to help Akira up.
Yeah, Akira will, as you help them up, they'll smile at you and say, "You were still 0.5 seconds too slow."
I literally knocked you on your ass. I don't.
But you could have done it a half a second faster.
You could have done it a little faster. Yeah.
I saw it coming.
I let you win. Akira's pulling an I let you win right now.
Hey, I have a ring of truth telling, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna roll with advantage on that.
Now the real PvP begins.
Here's the real PvP.
The 15.
They acknowledge that you won. Definitely acknowledge that you won, but they just said you could have been faster. So
you could have done it better.
And you all too, as you're doing your morning stuff, you do notice the clouds coalescing, and then kind of up the mountainside a bit, tucked away on one of the ridges where you can't exactly see it. You do see a lightning strike happen.
But the rest of the weather looks perfectly normal and fine.
Well, no, like it started to rain a little bit, and then rain a little harder, and then rain a little harder, and then just one big singular lightning strike.
I thought it was like an isolated thing, so it's like that's weird.
Well, I mean, it is probably localized to like the Grim Goliath area. So like if you had a view out down mountainside, it'd probably look clearer skies. But...
Yeah, it was a very sudden, very localized rainstorm.
It was
with a strangely singular number of lightning strikes.
Yeah,
seems
normal.
Odd number.
After which it then begins to
one.
Cut it.
I'm glad you got that was actually that was my joke, and I'm glad that you found it. But
it's registering now how many times odd has been said, and that's why it broke it harder. But anyway,
eventually, somewhere around the end of that hour, Shade as well finally comes to realizes that the room is cleared out. Everybody's gone.
Oh, joy.
Maybe...
They've left me.
Yeah, right. With your passive, you probably hear us talking a few rooms down.
Probably.
Or them, you hear them talking or something.
They left.
Oh, that's right. They went to.
Oh no,
oh, that's
we're
right.
definitely not leaving for the Silverfisher without leaving Shade a note.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, that makes sense.
I was keeping my mouth shut the whole time. I'm just
know,
like,
even-
I'm sleeping.
even
There's
still, with
nothing
his
I can
passive, he
do.
might
It
still
all
be able to hear
depends. I mean,
Yeah,
with a 24, I mean,
I'm sure a note was left.
He still might be able to hear.
You smell trail them back to the forge. I don't know. No, yeah,
Right.
If you'll let me
It's
leave a
easy
note,
enough.
thank you for retroactively letting me not be a dick.
it's easy enough. I'll
Well,
give you one. I'll give
to
you
be
one,
fair-
because I am a dick. But
To be fair,
Everybody gets
Slayer wouldn't know where they went either.
yeah.
dude,
So, like, I would show back
It
up
is-
to the inn
well,
to
but
meet
it
Shade.
is on the way. is
Yeah,
on the
if
way.
anything, you could meet up with
Yeah.
me, and and then I'd see on the
Well,
note.
there's really only like 2 places they could go.
And you've been there before too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the
He knows
silverfisher
where his
is
puppies go.
the
Yeah,
silverfisher is on the way, like on the main drag into the city, in like the edge of the like the first market district before it gets into kind of just the lower income housing, shall we say.
Yeah, he's got a repeatable business.
But either you could have gone back to the inn, or you could have actually like seen them. The old fashioned is a nice place to revisit. But
Justice, I wish I had enough spice to buy inspiration for you.
Repeatable as opposed to reputable.
Nailed it.
Repeatable.
I did want to quickly ask, do you want me to roll anything for my kunai flexible weapon practice?
Sure, go ahead and that's right, you said that as well. Athletics on your part.
Athletics, good. The least I can do is above average. Okay. 19.
Pretty good. Go ahead and mark a success on if you're. Are you keeping track of the learning curve?
Yes and no. You didn't tell me how many successes the only other time I worked with it, but I can mark. I think I got like maybe one last time too. So.
Okay, so wherever you want to be taking that down, have a second success on that.
Okay.
All right. But yes, all of you coming back together again at the Silverfisher is are we making sure somebody's got a bad case of the crunchies. It's a good
time. I think it's a row.
It is.
Yeah.
Real good. That's fine. Oh, that's fine.
It's okay. I still can't type on my keyboard without everybody hearing it.
That's true. It's
angry.
It sounds like your keyboard was made in 1874. Like it's just.
I hate it.
See, I just have an iron
click.
deficiency, so I'm just chewing on ice. So I'll stop that because
just send a letter to my. Let me just send a letter to my beloved from the war. Just like, dearest Gwynethard.
Lordy. All right. So
he's just tapping Morse over there.
Indeed. So.
Oh shit! I'll be right back as well.
Okay. Getting back to the forge. People practicing out in the wood shop, doing their thing. They're in shade. Coming in, Fisher just they're in the back, and he's working actually on a cuirass, on a leather chest piece.
Kind of lean against the counter and watch him.
Well, you all got anything you need particular from me? I mean, not to sound ungrateful for the business, but every time you'll show up, you kind of need something.
I don't think we should do this time.
Well, actually, I mean, do you perchance have already powdered silver?
Actually, I do, as it is a fairly useful thing for a number of uses. Enchanting being one of them. How much you need?
Maybe like 200 gold worth.
He kind of like eyes get big for a second because that is a pretty large order for a single person. But then like it's like wow, that's a lot. Wait, and then he does kind of a quick thought, and I have actually made this item in my items. So. Our item creation, there we go. Name, silver. I think it was silver dust, very particularly. Yes. So if you look up the item silver dust, it is 5 whole pounds of silver dust.
Okay.
And
25 gold worth. Okay, yeah, that'd be.
He would. You asked for 8.
Yeah.
And he
I'm
brings
good
them
at
out
math.
in
numbers.
You're fine. He goes and retrieves, and it does clear him out, but you kind of recognize that like if any place is going to be able to powder silver, this place will. So it'd just be a matter of getting more silver, which is something that they mine down in the pit. So it's not like you're actually putting him out. It's just giving him an errand to do today, and he pulls out eight leather satchels that it's 5 pound sack just, and I'll just go and replace it. Have Toolbox grind it down for me again. That's enough.
Excellent. Thank you. I'll give him 202 gold as a tip.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. All right.
Yeah.
He scoops it away into the pocket of his apron, where it is a pouch that does accept more coins than it should.
And I'll sort of just try to, I guess, attach those sacks to my backpack, or if they'll fit, maybe I'll put them in the bag of holding.
They'll fit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're 5 pounds of silver is not that thick of silver.
Right, it's like a 5 foot opening too, right? Like the bag of holding can get like.
Oh no! A bag of holding is about 2 foot.
2 foot, okay, 2 foot.
But it's still like a bar. It's not that much.
Yeah.
So like spatially, weight wise.
I thought you said bag of golding, and then that's why my brain went into like, so what is like a Midas touch bag, like where you just like throw stuff in there and it turns to gold, like.
Actually.
Kind of. You can bring back very, very valuable things in that bag.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
If you like gold.
Which
like,
Slayer do.
Your dog.
He is a businessman.
I put it in the wrong bag.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's like, we found
buddy.
your dog, and you're just like, shit. Good news is you can buy a new one.
Good news.
Good news, everyone.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Welcome
Buddy,
back.
don't listen to that.
That does leave the question to the lot of you. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? You have other preparations you want to make. You have the freedom of time.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to tell. Hey guys, so I actually got something I'd like to tell you all. I was up on the mountains.
Oh, she's leaving us.
I was up on the mountains earlier. Craziest thing, it was a thunderstorm. And well, it struck me that maybe we should go to Huppaduke.
Huppaduke.
Akira looks at your clothes and says, "It struck you, huh?"
Yeah, it did. This is killed, bro.
Akira has a natural insight of 16, so they put the two and two together here.
So, like, for sure, Alec will look at you and just be like, "You mean go back to the place where they are actively trying to find us?"
This is all I can afford. That +1 buff is specifically for Slayer. I don't want anyone else to use it.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Alec, how can you argue with such a clear bolt of inspiration?
Yeah, well, I was up there.
Luca's still grinning, like he has like the shit-eating grin, and he's just looking right at Alec. Not letting it go yet.
It's Slayer actually sort of like puts his finger in his ear because I was like, wait, could you say that again? I couldn't really hear you.
It's close to Nidus, but
close to the thunder.
It wasn't anything important.
Akira is totally going to interrupt your stare at Alec by like just leaning in between the stare.
Luca just leans right in and kisses Akira.
Aww.
You can't get away with that. Nope.
He's so sweet.
Just yeah. Well, I mean, we've fought like way bigger deal things, I think, since then, and I mean,
go right back into the lion's den.
Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't really call it a lion's den at this point, though. It's more like a wolf's.
Either way, if I get the hide off of it, it'll make a really good addition to my jackets.
Or like a Yeti den, something we've already easily handled.
I'm talking about an actual.
Why don't we just take some proper preparations beforehand? Alec, why don't we see about getting you a set of some shift weave clothing that can change?
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a little bit, which makes sense.
Luckily, we just did that job and we've got a little bit of money. I'd be willing to pool resources with you. I think it'd be very important that you have that.
Well,
yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know if we had the pool resources. I'm pretty sure I
could give you a few coins for it if you need.
That's your call. I'm willing to chip in because I think that for someone like you with your unique talents, I think that Shiftweave is indispensable. You ought to have some.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Or maybe just some like leathers that are, well, no, you don't want leathers. You're pretty flexible without armor, aren't you?
Shiftweave can have 5 different outfits. So pick 5 different outfits that you think would work well for you.
Like
you didn't hear it? You didn't hear it, Bearded?
Well, I was like doing a whole polite, I don't know what he said, so I'm going to smile and nod, and so I didn't hear what it was.
I'll put it in chat. We can just keep going.
At the mention of it having 5 different outfits, even Akira ears perk up like, really?
Mm-hmm. More clothes? More fashion?
Well, also, I mean, don't we know, kind of looking at Akira, don't we know a seamstress that could probably make shift weave?
We do.
Yeah, doesn't she live in Huppaduke?
I mean, now it's 3 birds with 1 stone.
Wait.
We might be able to find shiftweave here in Grimgullier. I'm sure that there's somebody capable.
Was that?
It is an enchantable item. Perhaps even Fisher may know how to make it. Fisher is a man of many, many talents.
That is true.
Shade's just kind of like half awake, standing there listening to you guys banter, just kind of like wavering back and forth. So tired.
Luke is going to go grab a couple of things and walk over to the forge, and he'll come back about maybe 3 or 4 minutes later with a pot of hand percolated coffee and pour Shade a cup.
And Akira will show Shade where they can lounge here at the forge.
Oh, there is that back room. I mean, we haven't gotten all the bloodstains out, but there is that back room.
Akira is going to look at you like... and they are going to take them to like the employee space where
Yeah.
Why would you put him where the bodies were?
It's the quietest part of the forge. Do you know how many naps I've taken in that room?
I'm slapping you right inside of your arm.
Okay.
Just a full
That works.
slap on the side of your arm.
Look, I even keep a pillow back there, for Christ's sakes.
Justice, is your cat demanding your attention, or am I hearing my cat like past my headphones?
You might be hearing your cat. Mine's
Okay.
currently preening herself.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very loud when she wants attention.
Vobra. You meow for the camera? No?
No.
My
When you
cats
don't want her
are
to.
uncharacteristically quiet when it comes to as far as cats go, and so like basically they just kind of do this thing where they look at you like, "Are you gonna pet me or not?" I'm like, well, let's get this over with.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a very short-term thing. This is Fred. Fred does not like to be held.
Yeah.
This is Vorog Hamanthar. Normally she does.
Yeah, Fred does not like to be held. He also only demands attention sometimes, but he is a very vocal cat. Sorry to derail. He was actually here and I was surprised.
I'm not sure if talking about our pets is ever considered a derailing.
I'm sure people love it.
I never have a chance to like pick Fred up and put him on camera because he's just not that kind of cat.
Right.
Like he has a history of he has a past where he was abused, and it's taken him years to even get to the point where I can pick him up and hold him for that long. So
Right.
he these days he's actually a very good cat. He used to be a very bad cat. He used to constantly search for food in every trash can, and he used to bare knuckle box toddlers. But these days he's become a lot more chill. It took a long time, and I'm really proud of him. But he is like 13 years old. So
Damn.
I mean, it sounds like after the shift week stuff, we're going to Hupperduke. I think that's the consensus here now.
all right then.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit more I could tell you guys about my visit up on the mountain, but maybe not so out in the open. You know.
Whenever you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear more about it. But for now, Alec, I think that if we're going to Hupperduke, it's for the best that we get you some shift weave.
Yeah, I'd say probably best.
And I'm a little too easily recognizable, so perhaps while we're in Hupperduke, I might just stay in the carriage.
In our open back carriage.
Under a blanket or something? It'd be all right. I'll hide in a barrel. It'd be great. Singing barrel. Who'd have thought? Such a novelty.
Singing barrel.
It's the newest musical instrument.
Yes. We call it the hurdy-girdle.
Well,
Jeremy, if you're
Jeremy,
talking,
yeah, you're muted.
you're muted.
You're muted, Jeremy.
You've been muted for about
I
5
didn't
minutes.
just mouth it.
Have you been talking this whole time?
So he says,
I chimed in once or twice, but
Yeah, you've been muted for a bit.
now it makes sense. No, not your fault. Absolute 1000% my fault. I went to type a thing and to try and keep my clickety clack under control. I muted. But it was actually immediately after Justice had pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, mine's a little clacky too." So, yeah. But no, so
That was a while.
so as a reminder, Y'all had retrieved stuff from Adkis. Not only
Oh, he had like a hat of disguise.
Yeah, he had the breach of shielding, your protection, the needle of mending. He also had that shard of air that Akira has, and a hat of disguise.
Well, if you don't mind, I might take the hat of disguise.
At least while we're there, because we're going to be returning that stuff
Hat
to.
of disguise belonged to Adkis. It did not belong to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's dead now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this
no,
We
can't
are
pretend.
we are also taking
Hey.
Adkis back to bury him with his sister.
It's right. Yep.
Yeah,
That's true. We do have to do that. Crap. Ew.
Yeah.
Well, this does mean that I get to keep the haversack guilt-free, though. I mean, like, thus far, I stole it from him, and I'm like, it's mine. And then he dies, and I'm like, well, now I don't have anything to feel guilty about. It's just straight up.
To be fair on that, I think that Adkis had gone past the point, like he'd already forgiven you for that. So, I genuinely think he had.
I don't know what needs. I don't know about what's needing forgiven. I took something he stole.
You don't know for a fact that he stole it.
Remember,
pretty good conjecture.
Like, Alec did not think the fun.
I'll be right back.
Adkis was a solid dude.
Yeah, I warmed up
Alec
Adkis
didn't
at
get
the very
over it.
least.
Well, you know what? Hey, we have how much in diamond dust?
A lot.
Quite a
I
bit,
mean, if you want to be like a real good dude, like a real good person, I can tell you what you can do with that diamond dust if you can find a priest high enough level.
Oh snap!
Are we talking about
Bringing Adkis back? Yeah, we could bring Adkis back if we have enough.
Isn't the spell reincarnation?
Revivify.
I actually don't know.
Well,
I don't know in
only works
5e.
for 1 minute.
I don't know in 5e. My proficiency with this is all in earlier editions.
I do know that Revivify only works for 1 minute, and it is if there is no organ or part of the body that has been removed. Like essentially, if you get your heart cut out, you can't revivify, and he got his brain removed, so definitely can't fix it there.
So
now I don't know about reincarnation or resurrection. Yeah, there's that one, but I know there's also one where like it gives him a new body, so that's an option.
That'd be reincarnation.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought simulacrum. That was the wrong spell.
Yeah, reincarnation was a druid spell in previous editions. But yeah, I don't know how much did we have in. Didn't we only get 500 gold pieces in diamond dust?
I thought we got
15.
Yeah, 1,500.
Oh, 1,500. I don't know the costs. I don't know the costs in 5e. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't think anything goes above 300 when it comes to healing stuff.
Well, a true resurrection in 3.5 in Pathfinder costs 10,000 gold pieces worth of diamond dust. So I know that it's significantly cheaper in 5e.
No, true resurrection costs over double that.
Really? I thought it was much cheaper in 5e.
There are other resurrection spells. But the highest.
Oh
of
shit!
them,
Yeah, it's 25,000 in 5e.
I had no idea.
Okay.
But there is one in between.
It still has limits.
There's a couple between Revivify and True Resurrection. So if you're all wanting to seek that out, you can try. Won't tell you what to do. That is something that I would like.
It's an option.
Okay, we could potentially, if we could find a high enough level caster, which would be, by the way, I mean it's a 7th level spell, so we're talking a high level spell. It would cost 1,000 gold pieces to bring him back to life, as long as the soul is free and willing.
But does it consume it if the soul is not willing?
The spell would fail.
Yes.
And
So it would consume it.
It would consume.
So that's the thing. We don't know if he wants to come back. We don't know if he's happy in his afterlife, whatever that may be.
I mean, I don't know. But it does close all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts. Just straight up regular resurrection.
Why don't we give the diamond dust to his family? If he had a sister,
his sister's dead, and we don't know where the rest of his family is. But I mean, or we could just let him rest. He's with his sister now. There's some good to come of that. He spent the last little bit of his life adventuring with heroes and doing good things. Like, we've been trying to do really good things. So, I mean, he probably enjoyed this last little bit of his life quite a bit, but
and
paid him very well.
And then
he actively cared for his sister. And he, up until her death, he cared for her. And then after her death, he tried to let her name as a master firework maker live on.
Yes. So
I don't know what his feelings would be, but I think he might just want to stay there.
Yeah,
I would want to stay there if I were him.
Fair enough.
I think we just
out of character. I think that's a reasonable conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we leave him be.
It's I think we just bury him.
Yeah, I think it's just best that we let it lie how it's happened, and we just kind of, because there is no way for us to interpret that he wants to come back. He's probably happy with his sister in the afterlife. So
unless we have someone speak that,
and take some money and buy him a really nice grave marker.
Sure.
Next to his sister.
Yeah. That's my plan was to at least bury him in Hupperduke with his sister. As far as the house that they owned, I don't know much about that. We could find out how much it costs and buy it, but have our own little base of operations in Hupperduke. Although Hupperduke is kind of dangerous for us, but
or we could also allow that place. We could work with a group to have that place help others. Maybe help.
Yeah, we could potentially turn it over to the Grin. Golden Grin might be interested in having it.
Or the Clasp, or a group of local clerics, even. It's like a healing center.
Oh, whatever works. For right now, the most important thing is that we make sure Atticus gets at least buried.
That is fair.
He was also very helpful in combat and stuff. So there's a part of me that's still it'd be nice to have him, but then there's another part of me that's out of character. Jeremy probably doesn't want to have to play an NPC forever. So
I mean, he did die off camera, so he died off and on camera.
Maybe it's vampire.
Maybe it's vampire.
I tell me what's so this.
So have we handled the disguise for Alec then? We've handled that?
Well, if we can get Alec some shift weave, it'll allow him to change clothing to match his other identities. The hat of disguise I'll have to learn a little bit more about, because that's something Luca could use, because I already have shift weave. And I haven't identified all of the outfits.
It'd take you a very short amount of time to put on the hat and realize that you could just disguise self at will.
Yes. I also have to check, because I have to find out if that requires attunement.
It does.
Yeah.
So it does?
Yeah.
Ouch. I'll have to unattune something.
No.
I mean, it is a very powerful tool, though.
Yes, very.
It reminds me of the one crap
Oh
magic
no,
item
I've given you too many powerful magical items, and now you have
It reminds me of the crap magic item. There's this one item, it's called the Ring of Attunement, and it gives you one extra attunement slot, but the thing itself requires attunement.
That's hilarious. I love it.
I love it.
Thanks.
I gave it to
hate
someone
it.
and they were so
I
excited
do
about it.
have something. I do have something that's very situational that I could take off. So that's okay. I have something I can take off, but I should go ahead and add that to my inventory. Out of disguise.
I have returned.
But
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
if you guys are going shopping, I have something I can do here at the forge actually. While we get ready.
All right. It'll take time to attune the How to Disguise, so just let me know when I can have that attuned, and I will swap out probably the Brooch of Shielding for that.
Okay. Also, one that you're talking about giving back to the what's her face.
Yeah, I could hold on to that if you want, the brooch thing.
No, that's my Brooch of Shielding.
Oh, that's right. You have one as well.
Oh.
I just
Cool.
totally have one. It's completely
Forgot
separate
that.
from that.
I forgot that. That's okay. That's okay.
It's like, no, this one's mine. I'm not giving it to anyone.
My Brooch of Shielding.
Well,
is-
in that case, maybe I can hold on to the one that we're giving back.
Slayer, if you want, you can hold on to mine.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like that way you don't have to. No guilt, no nothing. I'll remove the Brooch of Shielding from my inventory and make a note in the notes that
Yeah,
it is
and
in
I'll-
Slayer's.
Yeah.
As a point of fact, also, now that you're thinking about Adkis, it has been the better part of you're in your 9th day since
Oh, we need
was-
to get his
since he was gently reposed and put in a box. Is actually like right here.
So we should I think that means Luca's gonna have to go hunt down someone to do a general repose. Maybe we can go to one of the churches.
Now, I mean, if today's the 9th day, I could take care of it tomorrow.
All right, as long as that's done.
I think I can. Oh, maybe I can't actually. I thought that was totally one of my things I could do.
It's a second
Well,
level spell.
you've also, like, the thing that I think you're thinking about is the funeral rite or something one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the ceremony thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but it's-
funeral rite.
you touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target
Yeah.
can't become undead
Undead.
any means
Wow.
short of a wish spell.
Yeah. No,
The body
that's what
also
I was
doesn't-
thinking.
Oh, okay.
No, it
But when we're
doesn't say
thinking of
it.
general repose stops them from rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. That's never mind then. Yeah, maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should.
You do have a rapport with certain clerics.
True.
That was my first thought, actually.
Yeah, those the
Brandor-
Sarah Ray, right?
Brandor would volunteer and say, "Oh, I do know the gnomes from the Saren Ray Temple. I could get one of them."
Yeah, it sounds good.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, all right then, and they'll head out to go do that. In the meantime, Erdrin, you've expressed to me the desire to do a little crafting. Are y'all going to try and inquire with Fisher, or wait till you get to Hupperduke to do the shift weave?
Since we still have a day, and Luca has a bunch of spell slots, I think Luca will ask Fisher about it because we're already here.
Oh, easy enough then. Yeah, so I guess with that, Jeremy needs to look. I had already pulled up the thing. I just need to actually somewhere shift. Okay. He'd say, I can actually, and setting aside the leathers, if you have the clothes handy, I can fold all those into each other in just a day myself, actually.
All right then. Then in that case, I need to talk to Alec and see which clothes he wants in that.
If you were to help, it'd only take about half the day.
Glad to help. No problem. Just we'll have to see about getting those clothes.
Sure, yeah. So whatever you want to fall
Alec.
into it. I'm available. Alec!
Say, Alec.
Hey.
Listen.
I mean, I'm.
Fisher said that as
imagine
long as you
where
find.
was I when this was going down?
Well, I mean there are multiple rooms in the in the shop.
Fair enough. But yeah.
Fisher said as long as you get the outfits that you want, he can fold all 5 of them into a set of shift weave today, and I can help out. We can get it done probably about half as much time. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
we can
makes
make
sense.
that. Just go find the outfits that you want. 5 different outfits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've already thought about this a little bit. So what I would like present, and I don't like, do I actually like have to produce an outfit for him to copy, or does he just design it, or what exactly? How does that work?
No, the idea is basically taking clothes that are already present and kind of layering an
Just, like,
enchantment
imprinting it
through
on the fabric?
Well, like layering an enchantment through a lot of them being able to move between.
Yeah. That's why, because I recently had someone buy some shift weave in one of my games, and I was like, I've never run this before. I don't know how it operates, but so I had to like run on the fly. But yeah, no, I've already. So I have a female altar, that I just kind of, that I use for disguise sometimes. I haven't really, and not in game thus far, but so I would have an outfit for that, and I would have outfit obviously for Johnny Silvertongue that I've already used. And then
You also got your monk robes
and
ready.
I guess I got my monk robes. Yeah, that's fine. That's right there. Like, hey, just copy and paste. And then there was also for I guess I don't really need one for Alec because I just wear cloak over my monk robes, and that's just it. I don't
Is
know
Alec
what I
about
would
to go
use for
clothes
the other two.
shopping?
I mean, I could. Is this a shopping episode, but like it's a shopping episode?
Yeah.
Like it's Luca and Luca, Akira, Eridrin, Shade, and Slayer,
just
Grandor, Blackbird. All of you guys are sitting on a bench outside of a changing room. It's like that stereotypical montage, and like
It's like, no, that's not your shade. That really like washes you out there.
Oh. Yes, I am the shade.
Damn it.
Hey, RGA's check your inbox.
But if Alec is going to go out to the market district to go buy some clothes as he's walking out the door, I am going to just lean over and whisper to Alec. I'm going to say, "Buy something cute for yourself, would you?" And then go back to what I was doing.
I just kind of like not barely even paying attention to it, just like, huh? Okay. Just like kind of like shrugs it off and kind of laughs a little bit. Just kind of like it catches him off guard. So yeah, I'm definitely heading that way of like I guess start working on the ones I already have, because like I would imagine. Oh, you know what? I remember this. I had picked clothing specifically. I'd taken clothing specifically from the hag that we had that had life had been taken from her, and that it was for that purpose of, hey, disguise. So I will definitely add that to the pile. Whatever clothing she previously had, because it is in my possession. It is in my habit.
It was kind of layers of kind of patchwork clothing, kind of a gnarly patchwork cloak, robe, hood.
Yeah. Okay. I will. So kind of scraggly looking.
Scraggly looking, yeah.
Yeah. That's useful. So I will add that in there as well. So that's 3 outfits because I'm going to use that. I guess I haven't really gotten one designed for Saoirse, but yeah. I'll be back. I was like, I'll be back. I will return. I'm gonna go get some stuff. So Alex going shopping for clothing just to like get all the stuff situated for his shift weave, making sure it's all squared away. Because this is like, he's like, I'm not used to wearing different clothes. So I changed so much. It's not even used. I'm not even used to wearing like different clothes. It's just I change myself.
I mean, luckily you're going to get like enough outfits to where you get the best of both worlds. You get 5 outfits to wear different clothes all in the same outfit.
So, as a reminder, you can do things like putting in cold weather clothing into it. You can do things like lighter wear for other extreme
Beach episode.
Beach episode.
I do have plans for that actually, more specifically for Saoirse because we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I will keep I'll think about what I want to get in the meantime.
Fun, very fine clothes. If you're wanting something kind of like Akira's outfit that they got from remember her name? Nice gnome lady.
Bex.
Yes,
that's my face.
Snackles. I was like, I had Knackles in my head. I was like, no, that's not her first name. But yes, so
that was that's Spearmint's or
that's Spearmint's mom.
Yeah. That's who we're going to see in Pupperduke.
But
Yep.
But yes, so for those of you that are procuring items, go ahead and basically equate them on the price wise to things in the things that are available: common clothes, fine clothes, traveler's clothes,
Cold weather gear,
whatever you would like to procure, unless it is something particularly exotic and or actually you can't fold magical clothes into Shiftweave. So if there's anything else that y'all want to procure, go ahead and do that. There are clothiers in this town as well.
I have a question about Shiftweave, and this might seem a little bit weird.
Yes.
Would it be possible for me to make one of my options? Because I know one of my options is the cold weather outfit. Because that is possible. You are able to do those because they're not magical. Can my cold weather outfit be just a like heavy cloak that is manifested on top of whatever I may be wearing?
Yes.
That way it's not actually its own outfit. It's just a cloak that kind of goes over whatever outfit I'm wearing. I'm kind of like docking myself an outfit to do that.
So. Well, it could essentially be just like a repeat set of one of your regular traveling clothes that just like all of it's a little more fur lined, all of it's a little more a little thicker.
Well, I kind of just wanted it to be like a deep black like fur like cloak that could just be worn over whatever outfit I'm already wearing.
If you're wanting to do that, there's another item for that. Would be
I could just buy that.
That'd be a cloak of many fashions if you're wanting something that'll shift.
How much is that? Let me go pull up the doc.
Hadn't
thought of
many
that.
fashions. Cloak. It is. Cloak of many fashions. That would be about 100 gold to get a hold of because it's so very useful.
Yes, that seems like a fair price to me. I mean,
and that one
I can do
that
it.
one can mimic basically any kind of cloak. And basically if you're looking for one that is like its resting mode is basically nice and thick, that could be its its base form, and then it's still that heavy no matter what other form it takes, but like as far as weight goes, but you can make it like a wispier material so that it breathes better. It's a hot day, I still want to be covered from the sun, but I don't want to bake inside of this fur.
Right.
And more specifically, that one does not have set forms other than its base form. So,
But
like,
you would let me buy like a cold weather version of it.
If its base form is fur, then it's its base form, and then you can kind of maneuver it from there.
Okay, I love that. I think I might do that.
While everyone is like starting to forge stuff.
So this would be the place that that would have that kind of by a default, whereas like on the coast, the default would be something thinner, and you'd have to try and coax it to be thicker. But anyways, sorry, you were saying something.
Oh no, I was saying that while everyone is like going to forge and kind of shuffle around, it'll be very obvious that Akira and Fisher kind of like exchange a look. And then Akira is going to like audibly squeal and like step of the wind run out of Fisher's shop. Like in a blur of motion, they're gonna be like, oh my god, yes, and then just like take off.
What is going on?
Is everything good there? Okay.
And Fisher just kind of shrugs and no weirder than any other day, I think.
And Akira comes back. I don't know how long people are staying here, but they come back maybe about 45 minutes to an hour later with some packages that they are like putting in Fisher's hand and then telling him to go to the back.
And are you going to try and incorporate your regular more accurately, your nice clothes from your nice clothes from Bex, your
I'll take one of those off.
your running shorts and normal stuff.
No, that's the purple gi is retired.
Okay.
That's only for training when I can actually train at the dojo. So
okay.
Purple gi is retired. So I'm gonna remove one of those things I sent you, and so the upper left, the upper left one, take off.
Okay. Sad, but okay. So going through, I'd say travelers. All these would qualify as traveler's clothes. So you can spend 4, 6, 8 gold between them.
Okay. And then I'm gonna spend another 100 on that cloak, the same one that Luke is getting.
Go ahead. So I figured one would be easily found for free. Go ahead, and for you, go ahead and roll a D100. It's not going to be that hard, but there's a chance that you won't find.
Yeah.
Okay, the chance was 90% to find it, so barely, barely stayed above it. But yes, because it is a common magical item. 90% chance to find it after the first one.
Okay.
So, decreasing from there. Yeah, you too are able to find a cloak that a furred cloak of many fashions that will accommodate any number of other fashions.
Yeah. Kira is happy with their afternoons, and they're going to spend the rest of the time helping Fisher with the other thing.
So Luca, as part of this, just trying to see your cool. Make sure that's in the notes of your shift weave.
I'll do that.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Love that.
But also go ahead and roll an enchanting check with advantage, because basically you are helping Fisher / he's helping you.
A roll. Sometimes you really need advantage.
Indeed, sometimes.
Sometimes you just got to burn more spell slots and just deal with it.
C'est la vie. So it is more relying on Fisher's skill than yours, where you're more kind of like making sure things are held out, and can tell, whereas you are getting good at this. You are learning. This is you basically like make sure that the master has his space to work.
Yes.
You don't inhibit the work, but you do not speed it up further than you would normally just by helping.
I feel a little bit bad, but
you. Right. But by using the time effectively, do notice those the packages that Akira brought, and Akira switching back into their regular clothes long enough for their very nice set of clothes from Bex to be incorporated into to these layers of clothes. Basically, Fisher uses some of the gem dust that he has, and does intricate scroll work across all the bits, layer by layer, and just kind of placing them on top of each other, lining them up as he sets another one down and lines up the transmutation glyphs on them. And it does, it takes about 45 minutes per set of clothing altogether to get through Alex stuff, Nox stuff, and then the same for the set for Akira. So the two of you are able to do that with kind of the rest of this day.
All right.
Oh, I forgot I hadn't. You'll put y'all on that other map, but I'll work on that. I'll go around. I'll go around the group then. Randor will return with one of the gnomes. The gnomes. The one I actually have them here. My Juniper, that's the one. They return with Noon Short Halt, and begin and finish the ritual to make sure that Adkis is in fact preserved. After doing so, she will step out from the back room and say, Brandor tells me that you all were talking about maybe bringing back your friend in there.
No, we think he may be wanting to stay with his family beyond.
Are you assuming that, or is that something that perhaps you would to ask him yourself?
I'd chance to ask him if given the opportunity.
And Fisher will kindly, be like, go take care of your thing. I'll be here when you get back. And
not like you were helping much anyway.
I didn't say that. You're accelerating things. You're accelerating things. You're just not super accelerating them. So
sometimes you do good, sometimes you don't. It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. So, yeah. She'd say, well, that is one of the services that I am usually prepared to provide for folk. Be pretty simple. Simple and the kind of the necromancies, really. If you wish it, I can allow him to browse at least partially. It's not exactly his soul, but if you say from whenever he died to that point, he'll have memories and be able to answer questions based on that. You'd have 5 that you could use. I'll have to be the one to ask, but it will acknowledge those of you that are around and perchance recall. So it will know that though I am asking, that you are there. So whatever you would like, that I can do that, and we don't have to rush the questions entirely. It'll hold for about 10 minutes.
All right.
If you want to sort out the questions ahead of time. I figured one of them is, do you want to be brought back from the dead? That would be based on...
It would be nice to get some answers about how he died exactly. Just so that we know for sure what happened.
Would be,
I mean, we do, don't we?
We don't 100% know exactly what happened or exactly when. It would be nice to know for sure exactly when. We have a pretty damn good idea, but
his answer would be based on life when he died. Yes. It would not be based on anywhere that he might be now.
Right.
But,
And if he wants to stay, we need to know what to do with his house and belongings.
Well, he sold his house, didn't he?
I suppose that all depends on if he wants to come back.
Well, yes, but I'm saying we need to have that question.
He never
available
did
if he
actually
stays.
sell the house.
I thought he did.
No, he didn't actually sell it. He could sell it.
yeah, y'all had talked about it. Oh, I was going to
Okay.
remind you that that they did talk about it. It's if that's oh that
Guess so.
I can get to it. It's everything, and she'll start to get ready, asking for Slayer's help. Brandor would go to get the casket and bring it out into the main space, and
Yeah, sure.
start to retake off the lid. That now looks like it has been pulled off and then re-nailed down. But going in, you see the reposed body of Adkis just lying there, not at all decomposed or really sunken at all. And Juniper would just clutch her holy symbol, and it would flash beneath her hand, and then that flash would just surge through her body around to her other hand, and just kind of breathe his face in light. And then there's that kind of sickly sound of air going into lungs for the first time in a number of days, and just he kind of like his arms kind of like pull back, and kind of like partially sits up on his elbows and just kind of looks out. And she looks back and nods for approval on what to ask them.
Right.
As
we have a limited number of questions. Was that it? Sorry.
yes, we and yeah, she answers very I'll say she answers very carefully as not to say anything in the form of a question currently. Yes, we have 5 questions.
All right then. Wolf Cinnarend, would you fancy to come back to the living?
And she would repeat your question.
Yes.
No. You all were quite a bit of fun. Still didn't get to shave off Alex's eyebrows.
He said he doesn't want to return back to the living, though.
Wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind a chance to do that again.
I will definitely shave off Alex's eyebrows in honor of Wolf. I'm saying that about table.
Not only was I away from the table for a minute, and I forgot to put BRB in the chat, but I come back and like it is lagging, so I missed everything that was said, and I come back to I will shave Alex's eyebrows.
Precisely.
Yes. That's all the context you
Alec
need.
walks back into the room and hears that coming from Adkins.
What? Like,
How did you die? How did it happen? What? I guess what were the circumstances surrounding his death? That's a better question.
What are the circumstances surrounding your death? And he was eating with the horses and settling in for the night. And I settled in.
I'm guessing that's all you remembered.
Okay, cool.
Ouch. Got him in his sleep. Terrible that. Would you like to be buried with your sister?
Well, I can't come back to shave off Alex's eyebrows. Yes.
If all he wants to come back for is shave off Alex's eyebrows, then I don't know if it's worth it. But damn,
That's 1,000 gold pieces.
Damn, that's
1,000
funny.
gold pieces.
I know.
Just remember that. The most expensive prank, and
would
Alec
be a
can bring his
small
eyebrows right back.
Hold on. I feel like if Alec were if Nock were dead, and Adkis was the one asking these questions, I feel like Nock would say the same thing. Just, I always really wanted to shave off Adkis's beard one more time.
yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, like you guys spend that money to bring him back, and all he does is shave my eyebrows off and then leaves. Like, Alec won't even be mad. He'll just be like, "That's a sweet prank." Like, that's
That's
like
fucking great.
It's an expensive prank, though. Is the issue.
Oh no, it's an extremely like that's dedication right there. Like, you got to respect that.
Yeah.
Um,
What would you have us do with your house? Actually, the better question, I think.
You stop her before she asks.
All right. How should we settle the affairs of the house, and where is the paperwork located? If that's two questions, then that's okay. But
so she would you would phrase it as, if you would like your house's affairs set in order, where would the paperwork be? And he comes back with, all that shit's in Nina's desk.
okay. I think we've got one question left, right?
That's correct.
What's death like?
No, he's not gonna be able to answer that. We've already been told he can't answer that.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I think Luca will ask the hard question then. Did we make it up to you? Do you feel like we made up for what we've done?
Damn, you're gonna make me cry on stream, shit.
You all were were the best thing to happen to me in the last 3 years.
So you know that.
He kind of his body just immediately starts to settle back down, arms crossed, and the head.
And that right there is why part of me does want to bring him back.
You hear Shade slightly snoring in the background.
Yeah, that's all right. He's taking a nap.
Just a good old cat nap.
Curled up on a nice pile of cedar, just breathing in the nice smells.
I'll turn to our friend the gnome, who was kind enough to cast a spell for us. Do we have anyone with the talent required to cast such a spell if we were to want to bring him back?
Between Bill and myself, Wax, sorry. Between Wax and myself, we don't have. You said his. What'd you say about his brain?
Is gone.
Oh,
The beast that killed him, it destroyed it.
oh, okay.
Use
That's
it moreover, but
that's unfortunate.
Oh yes.
If that were present, he doesn't look terribly mauled up otherwise. So it would have been something that would be within my purview. But that is a touch above what we can do.
Understand.
Go ahead and we're going to fate this. Bet me whether you're going to roll higher or lower than me on a D100.
I bet that I will roll higher than you.
Right, roll higher than an 86.
you got this.
I didn't roll higher than you.
Okay. Then she would say, I don't know of any clerics here in town, even of Moradin, that are powerful enough to replace that sort of thing. But I derive my belief, or my beliefs were taught to me rather by my mother, who is she is quite a bit more powerful. She's done some wild shit in her day. Has a particular connection with Sarenrae. Not exactly sure how I would get her here from. She lives in Whitestone over in Taldore.
That's quite the distance.
Yeah, it's a place.
The ways, but she does have powerful friends too, and if I could ask for help. I can send today.
It's all right.
I mean,
We know of a slightly larger church we may be able to ask at.
But I
Could be worth a
do
shot.
also want to re-point out where he did say he didn't want to come back. I do hate to be the pessimist.
He did not say that.
Oh, I misheard.
I
you then.
totally
I
thought he did say that. Yeah.
I thought he said
Yeah,
no.
no.
Like I thought he said no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
He's-
sorry. I had said
That was a
you know,
Midwestern
but it
no.
was a you know, but my microphone does things.
Oh yeah, sometimes your microphone cuts out the first like half of a second. Sometimes.
So yeah, it was you know.
For me, it happens
Okay.
a lot, so I don't hear certain things.
Yeah, a lot of
Sorry.
us definitely heard him just say no. So,
Yeah.
Okay, that changes
Yeah,
things.
no, it's
that changes
definitely
things.
not your fault. It's just the fact that technology does not like you for some reason. Like
Or the
Discord, I should
connection,
say, because
the
like
connection,
it does the whole
yeah,
thing. Of,
the connection to the afterlife was a little. No, sorry.
I mean, you could turn down your input
Well, I
threshold just a little bit.
Perhaps I can.
it's always
That might
Jeremy
help.
though, because like it's like, hey, can anybody else hear this person? Only me, I can't hear them. Okay, cool. And then so Jeremy has to leave and get back in, but all of us could hear everybody.
Jeremy, you do have a lot of trouble with Discord. Like
Yep,
more so
I
than
mean-
anyone else in the group.
Yes,
I mean, Sean has some trouble with Discord,
hates
but
me. We all know that Discord hates me. It's fine.
Not to like trauma compete, but I will point out I've had to jump out 10 times because Discord will randomly just say no, you don't get to hear anyone anymore.
Yeah, no, it's
hasn't
right
that
now
just
it's
been like
between
just
the two of
today
you.
too? Like you were in and out a lot before we even started. So,
Yeah. We're on
Yeah.
a good streak right now, so maybe it's accepting the fact that it found my underwear at his dad's house yesterday. But
gotcha. But yeah, in that case, what I will do for now is I will if I can recall the name of the priests at the Church of Moradin in Hopperduke, I could perform a sending and ask them if they have somebody who has that caliber of spell.
Does your notes remember his name?
That's a really good question.
if worse comes to
Because
it,
I actually remember his name.
if worse comes to it, I'll go to the Moradin Church in Grimgalier and ask them about the Moradin Church in Hupperduke. We'll play a game of telephone here. Because I'm sure I'm I de facto practice Moradin, so I'm sure I'm good with the Moradin priest up there.
Totally.
Oh, hey, you know this whole time, Alec has had a pair of dark sight goggles.
Oh, geez.
So, Alec, if you spent money on a pair of dark sight goggles, take that back. My notes definitely have you having a pair.
Hey, we love to see that.
I think he had to excuse himself.
I remember the name of the prayer foundry, but it looks like I don't have the name of that particular NPC.
Yes, I'm going to the church district for the time being.
I'll give it to you. I just wanted to see if you had taken it down. It was fuck. I say I remembered it, and then we're on the.
You remember it,
on the
Jeremy?
spot.
You remember?
I do. I totally do. I remember it started with an I. We're going to. It was started with an I and it ended with an S. So I'm pretty sure we're just going to go with Idris.
Idris. Okay.
How are his elbows?
When you said that it started with an I and ended with an S, that was the name that popped into my head anyway. So
Exactly.
I think either it's the only name that we both know in common that fits that parameters, or it might actually be the name.
Or it's just the Cosmere subtly influencing your mind because Idris is the capital of one of the nations in Warbreaker, which you recently listened.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, which I did. I did just recently finish Warbreaker, which was
Yeah.
good. All right, so I will perform a sending to Idris of the Prayer Foundry, Temple of Moradin. Moradin.
Sorry, I thought I was hearing a weird sound.
Moradin.
And Lessedin.
Hey,
Oh no!
I would never say that.
if Luca says that, Airdrin is going to step away like 10 feet in case Luca gets smited. So
Just
Luca would never
explodes.
say that.
Just explodes in a fiery hammer.
Look, the Church of Moradin did in fact offer to help us when we were in trouble. Like they offered to heal us, we just couldn't afford the healing that was necessary. We had to take the long route. they were still good people. So I'm going
Of
to
course they're good people.
pen ascending. And it is going to be a little bit vague because I don't really feel the need to give them a name. I'm just asking them very clearly, just this is someone who has been a former patron at the temple. I'm wondering if you have any clergy that are capable of casting a resurrection spell. The target of this resurrection. Well, if I have enough time for that, I don't know. There's only 25 words. There's only 25 words.
Okay. Well, in that case,
so
you have about 7 words to play with.
I would say. So we'll phrase it as former patron asking, are any clergy capable of casting resurrection? Target or recipient is a dwarf. Sending it.
all right. In that case, we're gonna try one more time. Bet me higher or lower on a D100.
I still think I can roll higher. I just think it's possible.
All right, roll higher than a 38.
Son of a bitch.
The odds were really good on that one.
Odds were really good on that one.
So I'm still
Idris,
going to the church district.
Yeah, Idris would call back. We lost our high cleric to the war effort, and he is off in Rexentrum right now. But if you can get to Rexentrum, you might be able to find him.
Where the balls is Rexentrum?
North, northern central.
They want us to go to
Rexentrum is out in this area.
Let me move my map around real quick. Up in which area?
Up in this area.
Oh,
I see it.
Oh, okay. Well, if we can get somebody to cast a gentle repose,
I'll say it is the capital of the Dwendalian Empire. It is the seat of power.
If we could get somebody to cast another gentle repose in Hupperduke, it seems that Slayer's vision is going to be taking us in that direction. Maybe maybe we can get some scrolls of gentle repose so that we can keep Adkis going. And if you guys want, we can try to head to Rexentrum after we maybe survive what happens to us in Silver Crow Ridge. So keep it positive. If we survive Silver Crow Ridge, we will go to Rexentrum
and bring
see
back
if we could find him.
Bring back Adkis, yeah.
I think that's worthwhile. I think it's worth bringing him back. Honestly, I do. Especially since he said we were the best thing that ever happened. The best thing that happened to him in the last 3 years. So that's heartwarming. I like
Could
it.
Adkis fit in the bag of colding?
The bag of colding?
Oh my god.
He could.
I don't like how that was phrased.
I mean,
I like how that was phrased.
if we can't find any scrolls as an option, he looks like he could maybe fit in the bag of colding.
Sounds like we're folding a human.
Why don't we ask about
take the silver out?
I will ask about getting those scrolls here, since we have people who are right here, right now with us. That can cast that spell.
Right, indeed.
So I will turn back to her and ask, and say, the closest person I can find that's capable of casting this spell is in Rexentrum. Do you think do you think that you might be able to sell us some scrolls of gentle repose so that we can keep his body intact until we get there?
Selling is not entirely the problem. I would need to pen them. That process might take me 2 days to do per. So if you're trying to stock up on a couple, 2 or 3, you'd need me to take several days. I could do that. And honestly, it's not that it's a nothing spell. It's that for me, I took 10 minutes in there, and I was able to do it for a free ritual. So I guess technically it's kind of a nothing spell for me. But
well, we could always see if there's someone at the Prayer Foundry in Huppaduke, or perhaps the Church of Sarenrae in Huppaduke, that might be able to cast a spell there as well.
Well, there's not a Church of Sarenrae in Huppaduke. We're actually the first one in the Empire. We were able to get dispensation. We were able to get dispensation a little bit after the war ended, just a couple months ago. That's why our stuff is so small.
Forgive my ignorance. I'm actually not from the Empire.
That's all right. That's all right. Me neither. Me and Wax are both from Taldori.
All the way from Taldori. Wow. Well, that explains why. Your teacher would be in Taldori.
Yes. We came up between Whitestone and West Run.
I see. I'm actually from the Menagerie Coast myself.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful area.
Oh, it's quite beautiful.
You travel through there on our way up.
I highly recommend anyone that get the chance go see it. It is quite beautiful.
Indeed. We traveled through on our way up. It was quite a sight. Nicodranas was.
Do you think there's any, shops in town that might have some of those scrolls already on hand?
That is something that one of the larger temples may actually have on hand. I would check Moradin or Pelor or Avandra.
If someone wants to go check on that, I'm helping Fisher, but I'll chip in money to pay for those scrolls.
Yeah, I'm a little bit strapped for cash now. I just bought all that silver. But
all right. Well, in that case, Luca will just give Dumorin. I think for right now, I have 28 platinum. I think I'll just give Dumorin that platinum, and he can spend out of it. And if whatever
he has no platinum, so that'll be easy for
us to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yep. So just
I'm sorry. Jeremy was misspeaking. Avandra is not one of the legal ones. Arathis is the one that I was thinking of earlier.
Oh,
Arathis.
let's just go ahead. Let's just make it 20 platinum just to make it easy.
Okay.
That way it's easier for me because I have my platinum split between more than one source. So,
gotcha.
Do you want me to join you to the Prayer Foundry? Maybe ask Morden Preacher if they have scrolls.
I mean, if you want, you seem kind of busy working on what you're working on there.
Well, I mean, this shouldn't take too terribly long. So.
No, this really.
Or you could work on the things you're working on and let other people do things too.
That is fair, yeah.
That's okay. It's okay to let other people do things too. Divide and conquer.
Have fun.
Luca will go back to working on the shift weave and stuff and leave that to Dumorin.
That's super helpful. Speaking of Eredrin, with you working on your form and the swinging around of stuff, you are able to kind of in your working with it, you're also I'm counting that as you successfully like working out some of the kinks in like, oh, you know, this is a little bit wibbly in comparison to like, what if I you know, thickened up the chain a little bit, what if I, you know, extended a little bit, what if I, so just for the sake of you knowing that like your work is doing work. Shade napping, Akira, you were doing shopping and stuff.
Well, now I'm back doing the shift weave with Fisher.
Right. Yeah, doing shopping and then doing shift weave with Fisher. Are you, Alec, anybody else wanting to do anything? Either Doomerin going to either following Doomerin or going and doing your own thing.
No, Kira's gonna stay here and work on the shift weave.
Okay.
They want to make sure it gets done fast to make sure that they don't hold up the group.
Fair enough. Well then, in that case, we're going to switch it over to Doomerin. Where are you? Are you just gonna kind of like do your rounds?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'll go. Probably go to. I feel like Pelor be more likely.
All right, let me go back to there, do that. No, I don't want a scroll of the comet. I just want a regular scroll. Scroll.
I'm familiar with said scroll.
Indeed. So I just
I'll take it.
Scroll. One time, yeah. I'll take it and just cast it right now. It's fine. No. So in that case, go ahead and this one's not a bet roll. This one's just a static roll. Okay. Go ahead and throw your dice.
Which one?
D100. Thank you for asking. All right. I don't know any of them. Just
I was like, I can pick one. 7.
All right. So you said the Pelor first?
Yeah.
Going into the Pelor Temple, they do, in asking about General Repose, they do say that they are fresh out, but they do have other scrolls. They have some second level cure wound scrolls. They have some. They have holy water. They have. They have a prayer of healing scroll.
Interesting. That sounds very nice, and I'll keep that in mind for the future. But unfortunately, I'm very specifically looking for the gentle repose. So,
sorry for
Bidet.
that. Then. Bidet. Wait, what?
It's just Slayer water.
Go ahead and second try.
Favorite every time Slayer does that.
47.
And the second choice was?
It was Moradin, because
Moradin, that's right.
That one, yeah.
Indeed. In that case, yes, you are able to find roll a d4.
Oh, yes, sweet.
Oh, from the Moradin Temple, you are able to find one of these scrolls that you're looking for.
Yeah, it's better than none.
Which will run you. Let me make sure to find. I'm definitely prepared, guys. We all know this. Everybody knows.
Of course, always.
Spell scroll.
So just never late.
Precisely.
Really fucking.
So that one, go ahead and make a persuasion roll as part of it, just to get the haggling out of the way now.
Yeah, sure.
There is no failure. There is only degrees of success.
Take it.
There are degrees of success.
Hey.
So with that, I was doing those in increments of 10, 20. So
I mean, it's still only a 22.
it's only a 22. So what is the base? So let's roll.
Feeling it, Teddy?
250.
Are you feeling it?
Oh yeah.
Feeling 22?
Nailed it. All right, so taking 25% off the top, we'll round down to 187 gold.
Hey.
You're able to talk your way into it only being 187 gold.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right.
Partially because
yeah.
Partially because they feel bad. They feel bad about you needing two and them only having one left. And
right.
I thought it
It's
would be
for my dear friend.
I thought a second level scroll would be cheaper than that. My bad.
Yeah, it's all right. So that's like what? Yeah, that's pretty much all the. It's 18 platinum and what? 7 gold?
7 gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I just realized that I have neither dealt.
And like what? 5 silver.
No, rounding down.
Okay.
But yes.
Right, so yeah, give them that, and I mean, yeah, it was quite expensive, so I feel like it's probably the only one I'm going to be able to get, and I'll head back, and I'll hand Luca back 2 platinum when I get back, and I'll be like, yes, I got this 1 scroll, this was what was left, so I went ahead.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we do stop and Hopper Duke to see what they can do for us.
Right, that gives us at least 1 use on the road. So that gives us some time.
Oh, it shouldn't take us 10 days to get to Hopper Duke, should it?
No, it shouldn't. Took us less than a week, right?
It did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where I stabled my horse too. I want to say I left it here, but
Yes,
You
you
have
did.
a horse?
yeah, I do.
You mean,
Yeah.
are you sure it's not a pony?
Oh, it's a horse.
It's comical as fuck.
No,
Is it named Donkey?
I hadn't gotten that far yet, actually. To be completely honest.
Is it a white stallion named Donkey?
It's not getting any older. I'm loving this. But
Maybe.
all right, so
Cat with boots.
indeed, the other
boots.
thing.
Water's empty.
I just emptied my water.
I almost pulled a Matt Mercer there. Took a sip of nothing, good old tasty air.
Indeed. Also, as a matter of fact, the other thing that you would have gotten from Wolf, especially, would be the 227 gold, 51 silver, and 15 copper that he had on his person.
Give me that one more time.
Yeah, what was that number again?
227 gold, 51 silver, and 15 copper.
I'm just going to keep that off to the side, and we'll endeavor to just give that back to him when he's alive again. That seems like a thing.
I mean, we don't
Indeed,
have to.
I am very
Call it
specifically
expenses.
remembering that. I am remembering that as a if you're looking for another scroll, you might be able to afford it.
considering that we'd be dumping 1,000 gold pieces to bring him back, I don't think he'd care too much about missing 200 gold. We brought him back from the dead. That's, I mean, what are friends for, right?
Right? Yeah.
I don't think he'd be too mad about 200 gold if we bring him back from the dead.
Exactly.
So, straight up, what I'll say to that is, if we can find him another scroll with that money, then that sounds like a good plan to me. We can
there was one temple I didn't look at. I guess I could go back.
There is one more temple that is large enough to possibly sell you one.
Yeah, so I guess I'll run back.
We can check there, and we'll pull it out of. We'll have you just take the 227 gold.
With all these
see if we get another scroll.
On the D100s, they're so low.
just when he says high or low, just say you're going to roll lower.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
He's not asking higher or lower on this one.
This one's not high or low. So with that. That one is because you didn't pass the first one, you did pass the second one. This one just passes at least in the section of 20 to 30. So in that case, yes, at the Arathis Temple, you are able to find roll a d4. I know you're only looking for one.
Yeah, right.
If they have more than one. Actually, they are freshly stocked. And then one more persuasion roll.
Oh yeah, this definitely isn't going to go as good as last time.
Luca.
Nat 20s again.
I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah, pocket 20.
Not bad.
Damn, good though.
Doomerin, you are killing it.
Yeah.
As usual, on every roll, Doomerin slays. He is the slayer, and he slays.
Still talking down the price. You do talk it down to 212.
Okay. And how much did you give me? 200. What was it? 227. 225.
Well, 220, it is 227. I'm sorry.
Okay, 227 is added, and then I'll subtract the 212.
How much were they? 212.
212. And yeah, I can still only get the one. That's what I have.
15 gold pieces he'll still have when he is alive. If he's alive.
Right. Well, I mean, we're just spending it on keeping him fresh and whatnot.
And remember that when we bring him back, there's a chance that we could all donate just a little bit of gold to him. And, he could have, he could come back with some actual gold.
Yeah, no. I don't know about that one, honestly. More for bringing him back, but I think this is payment enough.
It might just be Luca that donates to him. It's okay. It's only Luca that pays him.
Luca's chaotic gooder, I guess.
Akira will donate because they feel it's the right thing to do. I just I think I'll
do it later, though.
Just say no. I can't see not contributing.
But I guess with that, all that out of the way and done, it does get you through into the afternoon and into the evening of the 19th. Is there anything else y'all would like to do as you do knock out 2 entire sets of shiftweave clothing over the course of a day?
Do you want me to roll my crafting rolls?
Speaking of shiftweave, and I've been kind of thinking about this, and with my outfits and all that kind of stuff, am I able to just kind of give it a generic, this is cold weather clothing, this is, hot weather clothing, this is my knock outfit, this is my Johnny Silver, like more finely dressed outfit. Like, am I able to kind of give a generic description of it?
Yeah. And again, as long as you're
specific, you're one.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing that Akira did was just send me some pictures of what he was going for. What they were going for.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
If you want to do that, you can. If you want to just just want to do the text
I'll do some research in that regard.
Yeah. If you want to just do the text of number one cold weather, or number one knock robes, number two Johnny Silvertongue nice clothes, number three Saoirse dress, you could be that vague if you want and spell it out like on the day.
Number four Saoirse bikini.
Hey, whatever. So do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Indeed. It'd be hard to find a bikini here in Grimgalier. This is the north, and it is the mountains. We'll say that. But if you
listen, if any of my egos are gonna be, if any of my identities are gonna be wearing a bikini, it's gonna be Nock. You're gonna see that pale glory and all that sunlight.
Love it.
My eyes.
Condor calls for aid.
Have been lit.
Okay, that one did truly break me. So go ahead and we'll give that one to Teddy.
I already have inspiration.
Teddy started that one. So
take it.
Meanwhile, Slayer's totally fine because he's used to being snowblind on the mountains.
Indeed. Well, so the question becomes: is there anything else
like snow blindness?
Is there anything else y'all would like to do with this evening?
Yeah. I mean, if we're just since we're just chilling in town, I guess I'll climb back up the mountain. And this time,
and I make out with Fisher.
You can certainly try.
You can
right in front of me, Alec.
Is that on the docket? Like, is that?
It's not off the docket.
It could be on the knock.
Roll a persuasion check.
Right. I'm gonna make out with your dad.
Make a persuasion check? I don't know.
Oh gosh.
But so I did type it in already. Ro, if you're going for your crafting check, yes, make crafty checks.
How many would you like?
You're actually gonna have a whole day to yourself. So go ahead and throw 3.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Here's the first one coming at you. What is that? A 16.
I got that.
Second one is a 26. Hey,
Nice.
we're vibing pretty good there. And the third one is a 23.
All right, that is a solid 2, 4. We're gonna call that 5 successes on your working.
Your project.
Okay.
Your project.
So, would that be enough to bring forth what I was speaking to you about in DMs, or no?
Again, I'm kind of wondering where you're going with that specifically, because that's more of the basically that seems more like a sharp end thing rather than a weight end thing. If you want to be working on that, then yes.
That is okay. That is a fair point to make. Well, see, I don't have mithril, so the only thing I can work on is the weighted end. So
Okay. So if you're wanting to work out kind of a weighted the weighted end to it, you totally can.
okay.
And the other part of that is the weighted end. I would assume that it wouldn't be bladed because of like its nature of being more close to the body most of the time.
Well,
or
that
at least
okay,
part
so
of the time.
So not trying to derail too deep into weapon theory, that does depend on like just weapon to weapon. Some of them will be weighted but also sharpened.
Okay.
It really just depends, and normally when you see that, it is like how I described to you in
And if you're,
DMs.
I guess if you're
like
doing it the heavier end, and it not being like something that you're going to like to throw as far as like throw more of using it on the chain. I can see that. Okay, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
would
you can go ahead and describe how you would like people to see what you're doing.
Yay, so fun. And yes, I have been playing with my hair off camera as well, which is why it now looks bad. Okay, so here's what's happened, right? So I went into this crafting session wanting to make the weighted in, and what I've always wanted is like very, very much so like a heavy ring that's like going to be on the end of the chain. Very similar to, if anyone knows this weapon, you'll love it, but very similar to a chakram. A melee only based chakram. But that will be what Eredrin has made today, which is basically a big ring with a blade along like 90% of the outside, and you just use it. You have nothing but cutting edges except for where your hand is, and it is beautiful and wonderful. And yeah, so Eredrin has made a chakram.
Impressive.
Heavy and thick piece of metal. With the loop as part of the handle construction to attach to a chain.
Yeah, and it very much it has like very like it has like Gith writing, like simple Gith writing like along the band of it, circular handwrite or circular writing style, circular weapon. It'd be a shame not to do that, obviously. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Indeed. Well then.
So, yeah, Durin would like to climb back up the mountain. And this time he's gonna do another dedication thing, but with the silver that he has now, he's also going to retrace the runes that he has on Storm's Light, and he's going to now try to dedicate the sword in a way.
Okay.
To Cord.
Okay. Go ahead and throw another religion check.
Okay, I'll go ahead and use that +1 that Ro gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turning into a flat roll.
Yeah. I don't have any flat roll numbers now. I don't. I was gonna say, could I just roll that flat?
You just
I guess I could just roll
apply
20.
it.
Just roll.
Yeah, you can just roll a d20.
Just roll a d20. Let's do that. 19.
Ooh. Okay. So
Just a 19.
Nice roll.
yeah, just a 19. So with you working on this and
In my safe place.
you're working on this in your safe place, in a place that will encourage such things. You trace these runes again on the blade, and this time the storm is not overhead, but begins to kind of be on the altar itself. As you have it there, the crackling energy is kind of coming off of the altar, and wrapping around it as you continue the glyph work, continue this process, and as the sun is going down, even for you as high up on the mountain as you are, that last flash of light drops below the horizon, you actually start to see the blade have a very light glow to it, and this this kind of energy coursing up and down. As you lift it up, it seems even lighter now. Like it still has heft, but as you kind of bring it around, there's a how would you call it, just a lightness to its movement. And then you kind of doing one of your kind of practicing swinging it around, you go to just throw it at the rock.
Yeah, the rock wall.
And you know how well it's constructed. You did it yourself, and you had help. So it like it's magical. It can take it, and it stabs into the wall, and then it flings out of the wall back to your hand.
Yes.
And
Love that.
it does not. It functionally it will return at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So you won't get 2 attacks out of it yet.
Right.
From throwing it, but you will be able to throw it 20-60.
Right. So I could, like I did in the caves, kill one guy, throw it at the next one. Then
Yeah, and then at the end of your turn, it come back.
sick.
Yeah,
I love it.
go ahead and make that note. I'll
do that.
I'll make that change whenever I remember to do it in 3 weeks. But all right, everybody. Akira, make sure you have you add your stuff. Knock wherever, if you can hear us, wherever you went. You can add it. Add your shift move as well. You've got that. You've been working on your thing. Shade's just been resting off the lag from the night before.
Yeah.
As you are resting off this lag, this continuous, ADHD cat kind of, inattentiveness and sleeping. You are rattled out again of your rest by a message, by ascending. And it says, check in. What is their next move?
Still haven't figured that one out yet. It's up in the air. Just finished something else. We'll have details later.
And it cuts off. Well then, I suppose.
Agent Man.
Secret Agent Man. We can progress on to the next morning, where this night, that is the only thing that interrupts your sleep this evening. And you are able to
Actually get some sleep.
You're actually able to get some sleep.
As we're sort of like reconvening at the inn, I will say though, this is at the inn, or are we at the apartment now?
Yes, that I suppose does become the question.
Because I think we only paid for one night at the inn.
Yeah. Do y'all check back in for another night at the Old Fashioned, or are you heading back to the apartment?
All depends on the status of the apartment.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it still under investigation?
I don't feel super good about the apartment still.
Come on, it's been your worst.
That fumigated, right? You could get rid of it.
I heard they hired a cat.
Oh, jeez.
I guess
I haven't been
probably
hired. I
old-fashioned.
just took on the small job that needed to be done right then.
I heard they found a Samaritan cat.
No.
Is the I guess it's up to Jeremy to let us know if the apartment has been cleared for reuse.
Well, if you actually go and check it out, there is
we go take a peek.
There's no longer a guard presence. The door to your neighbor's house looks freshly replaced, as it was kind of unceremoniously breached before.
Any brain slugs?
Nothing out of the ordinary comes to greet y'all. The neighbor 2 doors down, whose wall got stabbed through, does kind of like does kind of peek out and notice you all, and when everybody's moving in, or started to go and check out the apartment. There's nothing untoward in the apartment, other than actually the brain creature has been absconded with. It was taken in for evidence, but as was your bowl.
Not my bowl.
Your large mixing bowl. But
How dare
Just send him a bill.
but the
I'm going to be writing a letter before I go to sleep to the city guard.
Dear
But-
Alderman,
but the neighbor from 2 doors down does come down the way, and you see she is actually holding a double thick cast iron pan, and
Didn't we loan that?
She's got a weapon.
and yeah, she's holding it with 2 hands, like this, not like this. Look at this. And she still can use his weapon.
Anything's a weapon.
She'll walk up to Akira, and you all heard what happened to my mom there, and I'm actually while I'm upset at what happened to her, I don't think it was you all's fault. I think you saved her body from a worser fate, I think, according to the guards. So I wanted to, and she pulls a towel that was covering it off the top, and it is a your pan filled with very nice day-old brownie, because she thought y'all were coming back the day before.
Akira graciously accepts the brownie pan and hands it to whoever's standing closest to them. Like Akira takes it from the lady, and then she'll hand it to whoever is standing closest.
Slayer takes it.
And then Akira's going to hug her.
Yeah. Thank you.
These are good brownies.
My echo is going to grab a couple out of there.
Thank you.
I like that I'm like having this touching scene, and behind me, everyone is stuffing their.
Oh yeah, everyone just going in for it, and you know it's day cooled brownies. It's not they're not old. They were covered and I mean they're still quite nice.
There's nothing wrong with day old brownies.
Yeah. Akira will say out loud to her, not in her brain, "I am so sorry. You're welcome to visit us anytime we're here, and if you need anything, and I'm around, just let me know."
Yeah.
Or dinner.
Dinner?
I mean, I'm cooking for 7. Might as well cook for 8.
Oh, it's you would know that it is her partner and her kid.
I might as well cook for 10.
We've already prepared our things for dinner tonight, but perhaps a future time.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you. And she'll just kind of, bow respectfully. She's not quite. She knows enough about you to know that you practice martial arts, and knows enough about Akira knows enough about Eredrin to know that he does smithing work and stuff. But she doesn't know exactly how to She's a little awkward about it and just kind of bows respectfully and shuffles off.
I will give her a full fist to palm, lean forward, eye contact bow, like a full respectful dojo bow.
And she shuffles off. But in the apartment, other than the slight staleness of air of the kind of leftover stank of the
I smell this brownies.
what had been in the air of the elder brain juices slightly souring wherever it hadn't been properly cleaned up by the guards, but otherwise yeah.
You know what? I will note that before anybody starts having any of the brownies, Slayer does prestidigitate to make the pan warm again, to warm the brownies.
Slayer,
warm brownies.
Slayer. I love you, Slayer.
And so you give it a good 3 minutes of letting the pan rewarm the brownies, and they are better that way.
Yeah, I was like, wait, because I was thinking about warming up the brownies. I was like, too bad that we can't microwave them real quick.
You can warm shit too.
But I was like, wait, do I have something for that? It was like, yeah, you can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. So,
Indeed. And that pan, though
like
double
Slayer's
thick,
hand on
is
the bottom
not.
of it, just like,
Yeah. Though double thick is not a cubic foot of iron. That weighs something. But yeah, you just give it the 2 hands, and this kind of staticky electricity coming off your hand, warming the pan a bit. Like putting metal in a microwave, but slightly less destructive.
yeah.
It doesn't burn the apartment down.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, you still can.
The night is young yet. But
after that, Kira's gonna start cooking because now they're hungry and they know that these guys ate a lot of the brownie behind them.
Primarily turmeric.
Hey, the Echo grabbed 2, and the Echo is holding 1 for you. I promise.
All right, I grab a brownie from the Echo, but I still proceed to the kitchen and start making rice and vegetables.
There you go.
Nice. Well, you are all able to settle back into the apartment. It is peaceful. You are welcomed.
So,
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
While we're all sitting there eating brownies and whatever else, first off, the 2 apartments on either side of us are empty now, right? The one 2 doors down is the one that has the family in it, or
Yeah, y'all are on the end of the block.
Oh, okay.
But the apartment directly next to the front door has been replaced, and I mean, it doesn't sound like there's anything going on in there right now. Nobody in there.
Okay. So, I know I mentioned up a while ago at Fisher's shop that I was. It struck me that we should go to Hupperduke. Well, as I don't know if you know, but I was actually literally struck by lightning while I was up there. I was making a little shrine of my own to Cord. And, well, he sent me another vision. And,
I'm starting to not be able to hear you.
Oh, should I maybe lean closer?
There you go.
I was just about to start doing this hand gesture. Just come closer. Come closer.
Right. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was struck by lightning and up on the mountain while I was trying to do a ceremony to make my own little shrine to Cord. And well, he sent me a vision, and at least I think he did. And in this vision, I sort of went over the mountains to these other mountains over past Hupperduke. Not sure what they're called, but there's a cave in that mountain ridge, and in that cave, Cord showed me that there is a rather large dragon, and I think that he was wearing something that looked like it might have belonged to Cord or be associated with Cord, and I'm thinking that this is what Cord's next test for me is. So I think that perhaps after we stop in Hupperduke to handle affairs there, and we're on our way to Rexentrum, that maybe we take a pit stop in the mountain ridges to maybe handle that. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. It's a dragon. But I don't think that Cord would steer us wrong. Like, I think that he has faith in us that we could do it, and that we should return said faith and accept the challenge that has been presented.
Still somewhat tired. Shay's just kind of like, sounds good to me.
What's the task?
Well, I think that he wants us to slay that dragon.
Good God. All right. Okay.
What?
What kind of dragon did you say it was?
Oh, I think it was green. What? I think it was green. Yeah.
What do we know about green dragons?
I don't know. What do you know about green dragons?
What do I know about green dragons?
You throw a nature check if you want to. I'll let two of you. I'll have two of you throw it.
I mean, I'm not good at this, but I'm the one asking.
Fuck.
I was gonna say, it's like I've only got a +3. I could try, but
History, right?
No. Nature.
Nature.
I mean, I could.
Maybe use a bonus first.
I mean, I have a +4, so I mean.
Oh wait, hold on then. Well, I guess I already
have a
rolled.
+2 in nature. So
Well,
You did.
Not really
You did
already
click
roll.
you did click the button, and that's not bad. So,
That's not bad.
So,
I don't really know much about dragons, really.
Wait, I missed the roll. I'm sorry. I had to pee. I couldn't hold it.
no,
It's okay. It was only two of us needed it anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
So, so for that, Doomerin, you saw that this creature was a good. It took up a fair portion of the alcove it was tucked into, and you know.
Yeah.
If the spatial dimensions were 1-to-1 for your size, you'd guess it to probably be maybe a total of like, head to butt, probably 20 feet long, and then it has a tail and wings and stuff. So. It might be, considered a huge creature.
I mean, it's pretty huge.
And being described like that, Luca, for you, let's go, Green Dragon. So, that would strike you as somewhere close to an adult size dragon.
All right.
And hearing that it's green, there is a likelihood that it is a poisonous dragon, and not only does it produce poison, but probably is immune to. You would know that they are particularly cunning. They are smart, though actual personalities differ sometimes. The commonality is that they are smart, unlike some other dragons that are a little more base urge beast almost. smart, but not that smart. These ones are pretty damn. And they are sneaky. So, some sort of counter sneaking might be appropriate. If one was trying to ambush one, you'd have to be careful because they too will ambush if given the chance.
Maybe we use that to our advantage.
So we decided to fight it back.
Well, it's on the agenda. It's a possibility.
Well, I mean, it's idea that Cord has sort of given me, and I mean, he's all about tests and challenges, and I feel like that's what this is.
Once Akira hears that it's Cord based, they pretty much they're right in line. Okay.
Well, faith and code being one thing, we have to make sure that we're up to snuff for any task like that. So we might want to take particular care to be equipped for the task. So
yeah,
definitely. We might want to try to make sure that we have something to deal with poisons. Green dragons are known for poison, both being immune to it and being able to produce it. They're particularly cunning, usually. If you try to sneak up on them, chances are that they already know and they're sneaking up on you. Traps. Be careful of traps. They might try to find a more advantageous way to ambush you in the middle of your ambush. So, this is something that we might want to think a little bit about before committing directly to it.
Well, I know that
or
I
at least
can
do some preparations.
I know that if I have a chance to get close to anyone and touch them, I can cure them of any poison that they might have.
That's good to know. You can
though we might, yes, yeah, I can do that. I think Brandor can too, can't you?
Yes, somewhere far away.
Well, that's very helpful. That could be very necessary if we're finding something like. But it is rather large from what you described. Sounds like at least an adult size. So
it's a big dragon, So.
Quite old, quite big, quite powerful, and very capable of simply flying the fuck away.
I guess the other part of that is that you would know adult dragons are ones that have been around for at least 100 years. So it's not ancient by any means, but it's not like it was born yesterday.
You might know a dwarf or elf that's older.
Yeah.
I hate to ask this, but like when you had your vision, was Cord sane to kill it? Because you said it had a symbol of Cord on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually he presents, challenges before people, and I mean, like, slaying a dragon, like it's a pretty big challenge. I mean, I guess he could have meant something else, but I mean, no, he didn't say anything to me. I doubt he meant for me to slay a dragon.
I wasn't expecting that, and I don't know how to respond.
I hate to say that I was expecting that, but I was. So.
Oh, after I said slay a dragon, I was like, what rhymes with slay? Lay rhymes with slay.
Easy jump. Easy jump.
Play a dragon in a local play, perhaps?
Make a clay dragon?
Clay dragon, that's perfectly acceptable.
I think that he showed you a particularly specific dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
particularly specific place with a particularly specific holy symbol of cord.
yeah, he did.
Zari wants you to get whatever has that holy symbol of cord on it.
Probably, yeah.
Killing might be secondary or unnecessary, but I'm going to be honest with you, if you steal from a dragon, it probably will never leave you alone.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd really, like, personally, I'd really like to fight a dragon.
Good lord.
I knew that was coming.
Never fought one before, and like not a lot of Goliath. Like I only know of like one Goliath who's ever fought a dragon, and he's actually fought like 5 dragons. So,
well, he's got quite a head start then.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a bit younger too, I think. So.
Are we looking to catch up? I mean, maybe we play for 1 dragon, and that's like enough for 5.
Yes, love, we'd be delicious with ketchup to a dragon.
Akira just walks off. like a true brat.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. Akira. Luca's gonna go follow. tries to apologize for the really bad pun.
Right. So
of course.
So I mean, we don't have to, but I mean, it does seem like it might be on the way to Rexentrum, and I mean, it feels bad to maybe decline such a direct challenge from Core.
Maybe you might want to see if there's anybody at the Slayer's Take that might be able to give us some advice on fighting a dragon.
That does seem like an excellent idea. We could do that.
I mean,
in the morning.
They're all about that, right?
I mean, they're about slaying things.
I mean, you know, they're good at slaying things. So like they're the kind of people that would be able to tell you like what you should take when fighting a green dragon, perhaps.
Yeah,
and
an adult
maybe
one, you said
maybe they also might have some resources as far as an adult one, but they might have some more resources as far as defending ourselves against poisons and things like that.
Yeah, I mean,
remember,
we definitely
the people in the Slayers Take, they hunt monsters for money. They know how to hunt monsters. We should definitely learn from them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
actually.
yeah, maybe they even might have a contract for dragon biddies, and we can bring them some dragon bits for some money.
You've got a point there.
As you all discuss this with the Slayer's Take and everything, Akira is going to come up behind Luca and poke their head like pretty much next to his face and say, "You guys do realize Wrexham is an active kind of war zone? There's like battles going on there."
No, war's over.
You sure there's nothing else rumbling up there?
Correct. You are currently closer to the war zone than Rexentrum. Rexentrum was actually far away from the fighting.
Okay, my mistake.
It was the fighting at some point though, because they did send the priest there because of the war.
Right. That's what I. Yeah, because I thought
the priest was sent. The priest was sent
away.
It was sent to the war, and then is currently debriefing and things in
Rexentrum. Yeah.
Okay.
I misunderstood because I thought when you said the priest was sent to the war in Rexentrum, I thought you said in Rexentrum, not and Rexentrum. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. War was out here and over here and.
Well, you can't say that I don't take you to interesting places, though.
Akira is just gonna shake their head, but still stay right there. Just kind of like, dragons, mind flayers, yetis. This has been
old war zones.
Old war zones. This has been thrilling. 2 trips to the Underdark, as I recall.
With another one planned in the future.
Well, at least this isn't the Underdark.
At least it's not. We should probably get a vacation.
No, it's just like a cave in a mountain.
Yeah, for sure.
Another freaking cave.
Maybe Rexentrum can be a vacation.
At this point, nowhere we go is a vacation.
Well, they've got a lake there. Like,
I was
nearby.
just gonna
They've got a lake,
say.
right? We could have a beach episode.
For the time being, I'm taking a staycation for the night, and I'm going over to the liquor cabinet and grabbing just any bottle, the first one my hand touches.
It's it's starting to get a little sparse. You know, you had to prepare once upon a time for for the long haul, but there's been party after party. You're starting to get down to the fireball level of
Malort. All you got left is Malort.
Yeah, fireball and Malort. Yeah, that's all that's left.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
Kira,
grabbing
think of it-
those 2 bottles.
I'll just stick to my Jimothy, thank you.
Akira, think of it this way though. We have potentially a quest from Cord. That's
Exciting.
it is
Right
exciting.
on the nose.
It's scary, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, that's just...
It's a little inspiring.
I will say, Alec will kind of chime in and just say, in the meantime, you guys go ahead and discuss this. I'm going to go do some meditation. And so
All right.
he adjourns himself to his room. But in above table, Beardy's got to go.
See ya.
Today. So, but let me know what happens. Yay.
All right, see you, Beauty.
All right, see you, Beardy.
Later, bud.
In the background, Eridrin has a coffee cup and he's just pouring the 2 bottles in there, just as much as can fit, and he sets them back.
Luca kind of looks over at Eridrin pouring all of that liquor and looks back over at Akira, like a questioning look.
Jeez.
This happens. Happens like every couple months. He'll be fine.
There's no saving throw involved to this one.
No, that's fine.
It is actually no. There is going to be a saving throw involved to this one. It's not whether you get drunk. It's the severity of what happens thereafter.
No, of course, I completely understand.
Roll for hangover.
Oh, and so Shade, after seeing Slayer take a drink of the Jimothy and whatnot, is like, you know what? Any chance I could have one of those might be worthwhile tonight.
And
Go for
just to make
Arm
sure,
shot.
con save, right?
yeah.
Oh yes, it's a concept.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I only have a +2.
Well, you
And
passed.
11.
Hey Shade, you at least one full shot of it, like a champ. It's tongue numbing. It is vibrantly alcoholic, but you do take it like a champ.
I think I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
Eridrin, roll a d2.
Yeah, you took that
A
pretty well.
D2. Oh,
A d2.
okay.
Yeah, flip a coin. Flip a coin for me.
Give me a second. I guess I'm gonna
Good roll.
talk stuff because I don't know
Roll
where
any
else.
die and just go high or low.
Just roll a d4. 1 and 2 are one thing. 3 and 4 is another.
Okay, cool. Here that comes. A 4.
Okay. You only have one level of exhaustion after sleeping, but you do get a long rest.
Okay. That works out.
It's his long rest, but he's still exhausted.
Yeah.
It's called a hangover.
In fact, the next morning, Akira is going to be outside of Eridrin's door, knocking their tail against the door hard.
Yeah.
Just
You're
doing that.
You wake up to that and immediately have that little bit of a just because there's still alcohol in your stomach, but you keep it down.
yeah.
yeah,
But,
buddy.
just upon hearing that, like, it's kind of like ritualistic whenever this happens, Aaron's just going to reach over in his hungover state and just throw a knife at the wall. Like, knowing it won't go through to hit Akira, but just throwing a knife at the wall to be like, I'm awake, you know?
Make an attack roll. Is that no? Your attacks aren't at disadvantage until exhaustion 3. So.
Yeah.
You know, just make an attack roll to the door.
All right. For the sake of it, I'm going to roll Psychic Blades. Oh, wait, no, I have a knife.
Yeah, you have a knife.
Whatever. 25. Okay. I'm still vibing, man.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bounce off. It doesn't bounce off the door. It actually sticks in, and you hear the very nominal sound of into the door.
Once I know that the blade hit, I knock 3 more times, and you know that means the eggs are ready, and now I'm not gonna wait on you any longer. So.
Come on down.
There's like an entire just little area that just has a bunch of little puncture wounds in that part of the door.
Yep.
This has happened so many times. One of these days, it's gonna find a way through.
Yeah, but I'm throwing high too, I guess. I don't know. Okay, where do I add exhaustion on my character sheet?
It was under conditions at the very bottom of conditions. There you go.
Thank you.
But getting into the day, who's heading off? Is the whole group heading off to the Slayer's Take, or are particular people going to the Slayer's Take?
I'll go because I'm an official member.
I mean, yeah, Slayer's definitely going. We could assume Nock and Brandor go because they're also members, maybe?
Indeed.
I mean, Luca's the only one that's not a member, I think.
Shade.
To my knowledge, I am not a member.
I don't think Erigen is either.
I mean, we could all go.
Erigen is a member.
Oh, okay.
Unless we have something else that we need done in the background, we could all go.
Yeah, I mean, Shade would be interested in it as well, just because he's always taken a fancy to it, but his prior job and whatnot didn't really allow him to partake in that kind of adventurous activities.
And let it be said, at breakfast, Akira fixes a plate for Shade and a spot for Shade at the table. They don't, despite all of the cat talk, they do not like a pet. They like make a spot for you. It's like a little booster seat thing. It's like a couple boxes to make sure you can reach the table, but you know that your spot and where. And they gave you like full size portions of everything. They didn't anything back. So
just like I want to be.
Yeah, you were fed and treated like a.
I am royalty.
You just have to have the zoomies and zoomie it off. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's what that high metabolism's for, anyhow.
Yeah, you could triple dash. Like that's
triple dash feline agility.
Yeah, triple dash feline agility. Just fucking zoom.
Fucking bye.
I'm 212 feet away from you now.
I just want that to be known that I did that. I know people were kind of treating him a little cat-like, and I know he's cute, but
he is also a murderous machine. You have to feed the machine,
and a person.
Very much like
just a person.
Also a person. Just a person. Anyways, sorry. So
pats you on the head as I walk by.
With that, heading to the Slayer's Take, relatively early in the morning, about the time that others are starting to assemble here. you see a number of people who are not already on a job, just kind of sitting around. You notice, not the least of which being Big Leo, currently in his smaller Leo form.
Two fingers
just
Leo.
He'll seeing y'all walk in, he'll give you the 2-finger salute back. Just better than the 1-finger salute, I suppose.
No, that's just saying we're number one.
Depends on what finger.
Indeed.
And if he sticks his thumb out, then it's an offer.
Indeed. And heading over to Caspian's office door. When you knock, you hear the latch kind of jiggle for a second. A bolt gets slid out of the way, and then dropping down. You see the little what is it? There it is. You see the little pseudo-dragon whole kind of sorry, no, he wasn't a pseudo-dragon. He was an imp this time. You see the imp kind of walking away, or ambling away from the door as it comes open, and going back invisible as it hops up and goes up to a shelf. And the other thing you notice is that Caspian, sitting behind the desk, is currently sitting next to, it looks like a chest it's floating in the air. It's like a dark cloud formed into a chest. So like you can tell that it's kind of smoky on the outside, and there's a lid to it, and he's taking out some things from it. It looks like some of it is gold. Gold and platinum pieces in stacks. Some of it are stacks of paper that are each of them. Some of them are. It's like collated layer over layer. Some of them are multiple pages thick as they go down, but each of them has a Slayer's Take symbol at the top, and what looks like a list of things. And seeing you all coming in, it doesn't like startle him or anything. He just kind of keeps going for a second, and as he kind of sets the papers down, and the last of it coming out of the chest, it shuts and then disappears. And he's like, well, you all are early. I just getting to this morning's paperwork. And as he says that, he starts filing away the gold into his own desk, or his own chest in his desk, and paying off contracts already completed, and getting new contracts for today, this week. Anyways, you're all a little early for the assignments. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I was just kind of curious what you you or maybe anybody else here could tell us about green dragons.
Green dragons. Green
Yeah.
dragons.
Maybe you had anything that might be useful for facing one, or maybe even have some contracts for some dragon bits.
So, well, I don't have any outstanding contracts right now for those, but as he dives into it, you were the one that brought it up, so I'll have you. You get to bet me. You get to bet me. 100 time, baby.
I'm gonna say lower.
All right, you're gonna say lower. Well, then
Yeah.
I'm going to go and hit this button right here. Pop, pop, pop. Barely squeaked by. That was you said lower, and I rolled a 40, and you rolled a 34. So
That's close.
with that. Oh, it didn't roll publicly. Shit. Well,
No, that's fine. That's
Sorry.
fine. There's
I just
usually
realized it
secretly
didn't.
anyway. Like,
yeah. But no, I usually roll those out in. I roll those in public specifically,
I don't
so that
think
y'all know
I've seen
that I'm
them
not
tonight,
shading.
honestly. But
Oh no, I just realized that they haven't been. That's
Gotcha.
that's my B.
today,
Yeah.
night, whatever.
Is it
Period
working
of
now?
time.
Okay, now it's working. But
Yeah.
This
yeah,
day.
so these days. So, but moving on. Point is, as he starts kind of flipping through this day's contract, he starts contracts. He starts kind of flipping through. No, Etten, face spiders, and. He gets down to the very last one of the contracts. And he says it's not specifically for a green dragon. It is a contract for dragon scales and dragon claws.
But not like specific on the type.
It's not specific on the type.
Well, that's convenient.
That's a little bit. That's a little bit odd. Usually we acquire more from dragons on the whole, but I suppose that's demand is what it is.
Yeah. People want what they want, that's fine.
And well,
I mean,
we could, and he kind of pulls it out, and I guess I could assign this to your group, but I mean. And he takes a second to think about it. And then just places it down on the other side of the table. Turns it around. It's only one page.
right.
And it is very specifically for 12 dragon scales and 3 dragon claws. Adult. It does actually specify adult.
Okay. Slayer will just kind of like glance at the rest of the group.
Those of you who are, I guess a few of you are not inducted. That's the word Jeremy's looking for. A few of you are not inducted into the take, but those of you that would like to attach your names to it, you may.
Slayer will write his. And
you go to look for writing chances.
Yeah.
No. Just place your hand on it and merely say, "I accept this contract."
Yeah, I accept this contract.
And as you do, the name that you put in the ledger back in the back appears as one of the signatories of this contract.
So as they're doing their whole signing thing, Shade's gonna inquire about what exactly is the application process here?
Well, usually we take a possible inductee, and he like glances you over, and you can tell. Whereas Slayer's been patting you on the head and treating you like a cute cat, the way you truly are. He does look over you and also sees the other side of it, and he does not look at you like a cute cat. He looks at you like a killer.
To be fair, Slayer treats him as the cute murder kitten.
Cute murder kitten. That's
not
fair.
Just a cat.
But he does look at you like a person who is highly capable, and we send inductees on a mission with other inductees to test their mettle, for them to voice their support for this person. If you'd like, we can, as an inductee, we can attach your name to this contract as well, and make it official that you are applying.
I mean,
it doesn't hurt. It's an easy way to make money. Most of us have already done it.
I mean, I figure may as well join the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a fun way to pass the time.
Get this neat little brand on your skin that's permanent forever.
Oh.
Points to his on his chest.
You noticed that brand is the symbol of on the top of the contract.
Yeah, this is a symbol of the Slayer's tank.
Makes sense. But yeah, no, that sounds like it could be something enjoyable, I guess. I mean, I'm going along with them either way, but.
Well, if you're, if you put your name down, the magic of the contract will acknowledge your part in it. One does not have to strike a killing blow, but one also does not shirk the responsibility of the contract, whether or not the creature's killed or the items are procured. Your part is your inclusion in it is the part that is important.
I see.
That someone else does not do your job for you is the inclusion part of the contract. So if you do that, he will actually, in that case, pull a quill and ink. It is black ink, but it does have little sparkly bits in it. That denotes that it is not merely ordinary ink. And you say, how you... The other important thing here is that the name that you put down needs to be the truest name that you have.
Oh, right, yeah, it was the other bit, I forgot.
That is the name that will bind properly to the magics, and if it is not the one that will bind, it will reject the name. So, if that is something that is comfortable for you to share, that is for you to do. But I always want to make sure that conditions are known before one is
very understandable.
pulled into this life.
With that knowledge, Shade will take and write down Shade, and then take and pour out just a little bit onto his one of his paws and just give it a little stamp at the very end.
And that is true? Jeremy asks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my character's name is Shade.
Yeah. Okay. Just again making sure. As you do, it solidifies including the paw print, and
Shade ink paw.
You're reading too much into it. Or is he?
Or is he? At the bottom of the contract, or as part of the contract, you do see each scale will net. Each adult scale will net 250 gold pieces, and it's a contract for a dozen, and then each claw will net 100 gold pieces.
Good to know.
Excellent. Excellent, indeed. Oh.
I'll sign on to the contract as well.
Quick.
I mean, I'm part of it, so I'll just sign on with the hand thing, but yeah.
Akira signs on. They accept.
Okay. So
And then we have Schrodinger's knock and Schrodinger's Brandor as well.
Schrodinger's knock and Schrodinger's Brandor. And so as the contract is stamped, he will provide merely a nice ribbon to tie around it to keep it together, and just kind of wrap it a few times, single knot at once, and say, "All right." And he actually hands it to you.
And take the contract, and I'm like, "Early bird gets the worm, right?" And I'll put it in the bag of coldly.
Yes, in fact, I've been eager to see what else you all can do. So, well met.
Yes.
Good luck.
A day.
Hey, well met.
Yep.
We never covered the question of any advice on how to handle.
Right.
Right, yeah.
And I'm saying this wearing welding goggles because everything's too bright outside with.
Oh yeah, no, that's real. The goggles of night currently functioning reverse.
Right.
Akira is messing with Erigen so hard.
But as
like
far
5 o'clock
as
shadow, just
as far as that goes, there are things to be able to find that can bring down dragons easier. Arrows, blades, and just generally, the arrows. There are those that make more broad spectrum, bring down a generic dragon kind of arrows, and those are harder to come by. We don't have any on hand.
Right, it makes sense.
Ones that are more narrowly focused, ironically, are a little bit cheaper because their application is much more narrow. But though they are cheaper, they're also harder to come by because they are very specific. I'm not sure where you would be able to find any of those kind of accoutrements. I don't believe any of our current membership, to my knowledge, have any of that on hand, for sale or just on hand that you'd be able to barter with them. But I know they're possible.
Excellent. Yeah. I know our friend here, he gestures to Luca, mentioned the big green dragons. Their big thing is poison, right? So, like, you got anything to maybe help with that around here? Because
poisons. Make sure I look up the right thing. We do actually keep on hand antitoxins that are meant to help against poisons on a limited basis. Usually they only last about an hour, but those are only 50 gold apiece, and Jeremy will actually actively out loud roll. And I do have 6 of them on hand.
Excellent. Well, I'll take one for certain.
Yeah,
I'll recommend the rest of you or at least get one for yourselves as well. Yeah.
Akira will buy 2. If no one else want to pick up extras, I'll get 2 they need. We may need someone to have one on hand to administer to someone else.
Yeah, I'll buy one. I'll buy. I can buy 1 or 2. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If someone's strapped for cash, I can buy 1 for them. Is what I'm saying with the second one.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up the last 2.
Sure.
Hold on.
Luca, Shade's picking up 1.
Yeah. How much was that again?
50 gold.
50 gold.
Ouch.
5 plus.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. So that'll get him.
It's a worthy investment.
Erdrin, Dumorin, Luca, and Shade with 1. Akira with 2.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's Knock, Schrodinger's Brandor can buy one of those off of you if they are about. But indeed, and while making the transaction, he will say, "I do know, similarly to that of a dragon slaying blade." There is a necklace that I've heard of that will neutralize poisons or prevent them altogether, but those are also especially rare. So I can't assure any procurement of that, but it is something that does exist. It doesn't take
If it's what I think it is. One of my characters have had one of these before and chose his
Necklace of
campaign.
adaptation.
No, the thing that I had at the
it's a
time was
different
called
one.
a Periaft of Proof Against Poison or something. But it gave me immunity to poisons. So I would constantly challenge people to drinking contests while wearing that and always
Right.
win because I can't get drunk.
Indeed. Yes, it does not. It is a merely put on and take off sort of thing. It can be shared among you on a whim if you do get a hold of one, and somebody's particularly feeling it. But it will not. It will not. End a poison's effect on you while you have it. It will, other than that of the immediate feeling of being poisoned, but it will prevent future poisonings. And perhaps let you last out poisons that are in your system a little more healthily. So
I like how future poisonings was put.
Talking about approaching a green dragon, I assume that there will be once and future poisonings.
Yes, there will. I think that's almost unavoidable.
So you said that you know of these things. Do you know roughly that they would have cost to get your hands on one?
They are in the multiples of hundreds of gold, if not multiples of thousands, depending on who's selling them.
Sounds about right.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Time to do some investigating.
I would venture to guess in the multiple thousands of gold pieces, just because of the rarity of them. So just be prepared for that.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason why I'm here. I need more money to get these fancy things.
Indeed. That is part and parcel of our deal. So.
Don't you love that your first job, your initiation shade, is that you're going against a dragon?
I've heard of stranger things. But alas, so, with that, Shu, I have things to do. You all cut to the front of the line. I appreciate your brazenness. But...
we do it good. Okay, but yeah, if we have nothing else left to ask, and we might want to get on with it.
Yeah, so Akira walks out with all the confidence of being told that they just cut the line. Because they weren't aware that we cut the line, so when they go out, it's kind of there's a little swag in that strut. Like
as Airdrin and Izeka walk out, first of all, he's gonna tip his hat, but at the same time, he's gonna go a bit too far, and the hat's just gonna do this number real quick and then flop back on his head. And the echo, as it walks, it's very much so watching a mirage, just very wavy.
Well, with that, as you all head out to wherever y'all are heading on or with this day.
Upper Duca, I believe.
Heading off to the Duke. We can go ahead and call it for today. We have crested 3, 4, 5, or 6, depending on what time zone you're in, or further if you're not in America. Not to be Americentric, but thanks for hanging out with us, all of you. It is always fun. It is always a joy, especially this week where I did not have any other D&D because of situations. So again, thank you. If you haven't yet, help is stepped on. Whoever just joined us in the last few minutes, thank you for your follow. Appreciate it.
Yes.
If you happen to have an Amazon Prime subscription that you are not using, on anything else, you could feel free to drop that sub here. It resets once a month, so just you can update that if you haven't yet, or sub some other sort of way. Appreciate it. Remember, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/onceuponad20, and otherwise, as always, please remember that kindness is free, and to please keep going.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for
subscribe.
Notifications, follow,
Comment during the chat. In the chat.
And
On
leave
videos.
comments on YouTube when they post.
Yeah.
We love chats.
And follow, like, subscribe, click the bell on YouTube too. So